To adjust your set, this is the World Makers Consortium.
Every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern comes on.
Hey, what's going on tonight? So, yeah, I probably don't have to keep telling you where you are and what night it is. We're 29 episodes in, so we can probably skip some of the formalities. And yeah, so anyways, I'm going to start bringing up my co-hostessers or whatever they're called. First, we got Fabian.
What's
Look
up,
what you're
everybody?
watching.
Wearing
Nice.
rocking the threads, boys. Let's get them
Right on.
over on the site. You guys have the link. You should drop that link in the chat. Ads, pick up your shirts, pick up your stickers. We're here. We've arrived. Look at that. TeePublic. Over on TeePublic, hit the /user radtoys-galaxy. Get your goddamn WMC NWO inspired shirts. Get your stickers. Get your hats, t-shirts, tank tops, thongs. Marital aids. Whatever they've got. Pick one up.
Right on. I couldn't have said it better myself. And without further ado,
Hey.
what's going on, man?
What's up, guys? I literally just walked away for like 10 seconds, I thought, but it must have took me like a minute.
You were gone for like 45 minutes. We were concerned. I was going to send a search party. I'm not going to lie to you.
Took you a minute and 35 seconds.
I just wanted to get a cup, so I had to run out, and then I missed it. Intro, man.
Missed the
I don't know why you're worried about wearing a cup. We're not going to hit you in the nuts tonight.
So funny.
Well,
No, yep.
Well, yeah, I'll explain how this is going to work tonight. So we are obviously going to start off the show, and we have a couple other guests popping in. But I have pinned the link, the StreamYard link, in the comments in this live, and also you can go get it on protocol logs I posted on Instagram, or just hey, in the chat, just let me know. I can send it to you DM. I've got Instagram open here on the other page, so pop in, talk to us. We're gonna open that up probably about 8:15 or so. Probably around the time everybody else is gonna show up. So we'll just have 8 million freaking people in here, and it'll get crazy.
One at a time, baby.
Ooh.
But tonight we want to talk. We're gonna try and get you guys on here. We want to talk about things that we are maybe our highlights of the year. This being a year-end show and everything, we want to maybe talk about that. Maybe what you're looking forward to next year, some figures you thought were cool. Like, holy cow, it's been a big year, man. I can't believe we obviously haven't been on the air for a whole year yet. We will have a year anniversary show. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, so we've been doing this show now for 7 months. Can you believe that? So, but I feel it is. But I think we're almost there because we do another show on Monday nights, which will be returning on, I don't know what date it is. It's not next Monday, but the Monday after, and we'll be back at it for that show as well. And that's Toy Squad on Monday nights. And what time is that on, Wintzilla?
That's on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at Red Toys, and or simulcasted with my YouTube, which is the Wes of the Reboot. So go ahead, check that out. Next time we are coming live, we're coming live with Timbo Toys. And we got some stuff to give away. If you see my Instagram, we'll be giving away a little 112 diorama building. So the whole point of the show is to just hang out. Eddie and I, we were doing it on Instagram, and I was like, let's take it to YouTube. And then Rad's like, okay. And Famine and Outer Multiverse and Kaori and Morphonauts, everybody's jumped in. And now we have a show on Mondays here on YouTube. And yeah. I want to bring, if we can, we're just open up toys, hanging out. It's nothing crazy special. It's just a hang. And sometimes we'll be doing customs, like Famine's usually working on something, or, sometimes it might just be opening up. It's just kind of like a hang. It's not like interviewee, but I do want to try to bring people on that we can, that are doing something unique. And I want to give away one of their items if they're selling something or making something. So Timbo Toys happens to be one of those people who make some crazy cool stuff. So,
and when Zilla says it's not interviewee yet, the last 3 episodes, he's pretty much interviewed our guests.
I try not to.
It's a cool hang. and everybody opens up things and has fun. So be sure to check that out
Yeah.
on Mondays. And then on Tuesdays, as y'all know, we do it over here on Famine Studios on YouTube. I do a live show. We work on customs, opening figures, kit bashing, all the like, a lot of trash bashing. So come on for some customs and creativity on Tuesdays over on my channel. We will be live on Tuesday because the holiday's over. We're into the longest month of the year, which is January. I know it's only got 31 days, but it does feel like it's about 6 months rolled into one. So come on over, get creative, and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. So yeah, you can obviously check out all that stuff. I know we got some more stuff sort of in the works, but that'll come out in the new year. I don't want to take away and start so many shows that I don't have time to world build anymore. That's
Right.
not-
I've been world building hard the last couple weeks, so
yeah, no
Yeah.
choice. Last or 2 weeks ago,
I know I was inspired.
inspired.
Inspired, you were
Yankee-
threatened like I was.
Aggressive inspiration now.
yeah. Struggle snuggles. There you
Hey,
go.
I like that. That should be on a shirt. I am wearing sleeves. Yes, I have sleeves on. Dude, and back to your comment, Famine made the comment of Silent Bob. I almost wore a hockey jersey, bro. I had it on, and I switched it out. That's funny.
I've got a whole Silent Bob cosplay, but I just figured that was the beard's way too long now to wear that.
It's true.
All those classics. So yeah, the chat tonight. We have Justin Moyer. Go check out. He just made a speeder on Instagram. He's new to Instagram, but he made a speeder out of an old transformer, which like made me start kind of second guessing grabbing those broken transformers at the thrift. Now it's like, hey, there you go.
Rad's
But,
gonna start accidentally knocking them off his shelf when he walks by for parts for his Star Wars builds now.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I've got a bin of like broken transformers and no heads, missing an arm. My original thought was to make like a bunch of zombie transformers, like all fucked up, but like have all like mismatched parts, like Frankenstein things. But I'm in the process now. I got to rearrange my basement a bit because I need to make more room. It's getting out of hand.
Is there more room down there? You don't say that it's getting out of hand. Are you sure you're able to do this?
Well, no,
Get rid of
dude.
the computer.
No, I can switch some shit around. So I gotta move my transformer dial now. So it's like, oh, that's the worst, dude. When you have to move, like I'm sure, like a couple guys just did that in the chat right now. Actually, just tore down their entire setup. It was who just
What's up, Angus?
Fatback.
Yeah, Fatback just tore it down, and then
Myself.
Gimmick.
what's that?
Starport.
Yeah, everybody's ripping it down.
Now
Lord of
Rad,
Things.
Spot.
I do see behind you. It looks like you've got like an unnecessary coffee table and a couch there. If you took that out, it really opens up the space.
Unnecessary. You know, where you set things while you watch TV and or game. Like, just get rid of that.
Yeah, just ignore that.
Out in front of the Cumberland Farms, if you guys, anybody's familiar with what a Cumberland Farms is, it's a local gas station chain, but they have one of those like middle of the aisle kiosks where they like put bananas in the middle and then oranges around it, and then there's shelves hanging. Well, they've got it outside for free, but it's been in the rain for like 2 weeks now. So I don't want to bring it home, but all I was thinking is like, man, I could bring that home and make like a rolling island, but I don't think it'll fit through my front door.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, man, where would I put that in here? But every time I go there to get like gas or a drink or something, I see that thing sitting there and I'm like, damn.
Oh, dude, the stuff I've left behind. I used to have a truck and I traded it in for a Jeep. But now I swear to God, it's like karma because now everything I drive past is too big to fit in this stupid Jeep. I'm just like,
Is it karma? Dad
It might
joke of the
be.
week. Dad joke of the week. There we go.
I don't know, is it? But I don't know what the hell you were.
Karma Spot.
Oh, we were doing
No,
shout outs. Let's do our shout outs in the chat here. We started that and then we got off one of our famous tangents.
What?
Yeah. Lord of Thane, I don't know what excuse you got for being up, but thanks for coming out, man.
He had coffee.
This is a puppet that everyone loves. This is Grumpy Puppet.
The only acceptable puppet.
Stop it.
Yes.
Sam Newsman.
I don't know. I think Brian should stop by tonight when we open up the phone lines. And then we got Twilight Tabletops in here. Definitely go check his stuff out. Holy crap. Fatback, there he is. We were just talking about you ripping down your whole.
Hey,
What's up, brother?
When you get it rebuilt, dude, we're gonna have you back on. You're gonna give us the grand tour, and then playing with my 3.75 is on. We got.
Mm.
Ooh, there we go. Stop moving there. And then we got PLM 2212. I think I already did Justin Ware, but hello again. It's got Starboy
Yeah.
Station going on, man. This
I didn't know I
toy.
wasn't following Justin. I just followed him today or yesterday. So
Oh,
you're
okay.
right. He's new to. I know he's always on here supporting us, and I was like, damn, I felt kind of bad. So I'm glad I found it.
Real
And then
nice.
there is
Hey.
Dystopian Playground. Dystopian. Mudscuffer's in the house. Jason Jensen's here. Better Ray Bob is here.
Ooh.
Ooh, Tank the Immortal's here. I probably missed some people here. Oh my
So
god.
we've got a full house tonight, then, yeah.
Yeah, we're filling up quick. Oh, Nebulous Nexus. Yeah, he won the. Have you seen his build? He's working on cutting all the plywood and stuff. You should follow him, Wenzilla.
Yeah.
I do follow him. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got all these like just the structures like all like carved or cut out of wood and stuff. It looks awesome, dude. I can't wait to see that thing with paint on it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, holy cow! Yeah. So we're gonna open it up here. Yeah, if you guys want to start, anybody that wants to start jumping in can grab the link that's pinned here or out in one of the chats on Instagram there, and yeah, start jumping in whenever. But I'm gonna start it off this year with I guess some of the crazy highlights of the year is just actually starting this show with you guys and kind of building it to this point where we can kind of show off everybody's shit and have a good time on Friday nights, whether it goes smoothly or not. Typically smoothly, right?
Typically.
Typically smoothly. Unless it's something you really want to do that doesn't work. And then if it's like something that's like trivial, it works every single time. But no, yeah,
Mhm.
and I just want to do like a huge thank you to everybody in the chat, our Patreon supporters, anybody that follows us on Instagram, clicks like, does whatever, just generally part of the community. Thank you so much for coming out every Friday night and making it a good time. And
Not
then,
funny, mud scuffer, and not
oh,
need a trench coat. Sorry.
yeah, no doubt. But no, that's probably what I'm most thankful for. And the other little thing would probably be that Hasbro stepped it up with the old TVC figures this year. I feel this is probably one of their better years. The details there, it's awesome. They're like killer figures, and yeah. And I guess my big, I don't really have any like thing. Well, I'm obviously looking for like stuff like the Ghost and like all the new TVC figures coming out. But yeah, other than that, I think my resolution is I'm going to try and get more organized and spend a lot more time painting and shit like that. That's fine, man. That was a
That's
mouthful.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Wenzel,
But yeah,
you want to take
thanks.
the wheel next and let people know
Well,
what
before
Oh,
Winslow
yeah.
goes crazy, it's you guys got to check these two freaks out here when they're painting, man. It's definitely helping me along my path of trying to make things look a little nicer. But hey, sometimes you just want to slap a coat of paint on and get it in there, right?
Yeah. Sure. No, it's good. Yeah, dude, you're right. No,
Wenzel's
I think you do a really good job, man. Like you're super creative, so you inspire
vehicles
me
are
to do stuff.
vehicles are more my jam, and building like structures and vehicles are like more my jam. Like I love doing vehicles, man. Like fucking
Yeah. You've done a lot of vehicles this year. Like
yeah,
a
I did.
lot of big vehicles.
And then oh, dude, I can't wait for you to show off that one I did. Like printed for you, man. That looked so good last time I saw it.
Yeah, it's almost ready to get finished up. So I just cleared out some more space. Yeah, it sucks because I have a whole area that I'm building around it, so it's gonna be crazy.
Crazy mad, awesome. Well,
Damn
each
it.
one of you. What?
You go next. Let family go next.
I'll go next.
Is
All
that
right, yeah.
Rosie? Is that
No,
Rosie?
this is
Not
Stark.
Rosie.
Get a
Okay.
look. Stark's the brown boy. Stark is all brown and all bashful with his little crooked ears and cute and big eyes and short little snoot. Love him. Yeah, so this year has been a hell of a run. This is my second year basically putting out content on YouTube full time. It's taken taken a while for me to really climb up and start putting out more consistent work, but it's been a really good year. I am almost at 1,000 subscribers, which was my goal for 2023. So everybody who helped with that, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I would say starting a show, doing the live streams, that's always also been a big deal for me. I'm very happy to do that. And yeah, just really thankful for everybody, got a new platform to showcase my stuff, having, these guys having me be here as a co-host. It's just been a hell of a ride. Looking forward to 2024. And yeah, thank you.
Well said, man. Very,
Thank
very,
you.
No, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead,
You guys
No,
are
fucking thank you. No.
Hey, say
Whoa.
thank yourself.
He's got the great. I said, "Fuck, thank you." Oh, there's it disappeared again. You offended him.
Fammon's here.
For damn it. So for me, yeah, obviously the show, we have something to look forward to every Friday. And we're here pretty much every single time we've had a show, except for like our little break that we had. But yeah, it's something that I look forward to every single week. My favorite thing of the year, like trade wise, custom wise, was with playing with 3.75. We did a trade, and the stuff that I sent him was like really fun. So I'm looking forward to doing more of that. All the trades were a lot of fun because everyone got like Imrakians and stuff.
Hell
His was
yeah.
really cool because it was the elephant with the beer kegs,
The beer
and
kegs.
then yeah. So
Beer.
and then working with Morphonauts was a huge thing. I'm looking forward to that for next year to see the actual figures in hand. So, but yeah,
Proud of you. Proud of
Very
you. He's growing up.
Very nice. But yeah, I tried to do for the show tonight. I was gonna go back and like go through all the slideshows for every show and pull out like different favorite things that everybody had done, man. But oh my god, that would have taken like 4 million years. Like we've had like just great, like awesome guests. Like it was always nice having like if I don't mention you, it's not because I don't think you're awesome, but like it's always good having Timbo on. Like Timbo's always got like his little like crazy like what do I call it, Boulder Hill from. It always reminds me of Boulder Hill from Mask. And then Starboy Station, his like absolute craziness that he does there. Like holy crap, man. And then it was awesome too, like getting NASA Station on. Like he was one that I really wanted to have on because I had talked to him for a while. Apparently
lockdown.
Wentzilla had been talking to him before me on Instagram. But,
no, I didn't. I don't think I did. Did I?
really? No, I think you did because I was like, "Oh, dude, this guy," and I'm like, and then you're like, "Yeah, man, I've been like following him forever." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah."
Oh yeah, no, I've been following it. Yeah, his YouTube forever. Yeah, he's always doing the cool.
Because he used to do
he's
those.
always.
Well, he used to do those like post-apocalyptic where he would like set up in his backyard. It was like absolutely nuts, and then like
Insane.
Swag Custom Toys, his crazy paint jobs. That was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dom, Toy
Jason
Domination.
Jensen.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah,
Pinkster Station, one of our first guests back in the day.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was way back, like Pinkster Station.
Famine Studios, that fucking guy.
Oh yeah. That's the one we just showed up for a show and then he just like never fucking left, like ever.
Can't get rid of him.
But yeah, I don't know. What else? Can you think of any like other major like super highlights of the?
I mean, we do have to mention Bjorn being here. Goddamn almost every single show. He's not able to make it today, but we do want to wish him a happy New Year. So when he goes back and re-listens to this, he feels the love. So Bjorn, happy. Oh, there he is. Look at that. He's in the chat. All right.
And he said you're a hack.
I said his name like fucking Beetlejuice, and he appeared.
But you didn't say it 3 times though, right? Or is that Candyman?
I was just gonna say Eddie Figs, Lord of Thane. Eddie's been, I think, our number 1 guest on the show, so he's been on the most on the show.
Yeah, where's he at? He was broadcasting this whole afternoon, and then all of a sudden we come on the air and he vanishes. Right? What is that?
Dude, he like live streamed for like 3 hours this afternoon. It was like crazy.
Unreal. I checked in on him and I was like, "Do you not work today?" And he's like, "No. Are you working?" I'm like, Yeah, dude. Oh, there he is. I'm here in the chat to support. Oh, real nice. Make a fool out of me, Eddie. Thanks. Fuck's sake.
Oh, Pirates of the Galaxy's here.
Yeah.
What's up,
Right on.
Pirates?
Yeah, well, anytime I guess we're past the quarter after, but anytime you get anybody wants to jump in and hang out, just feel free. The link is pinned into the comments, or you can
Yeah,
get it out of the
real quick. Let's be classy. Only one ball showing. No full frontal male. Keep one nipple covered at all times.
Yeah, Eddie.
Oh, dude. Oh, and in chat too. I'm curious, how many people and how many of those HK droids with the that are red with the black cape did everybody buy? But
I
what
got
are you?
3 so far.
I'm at 6.
I've
Did you get
been
any?
trying to buy one a week.
I didn't get any.
What's wrong with you?
Really? Dude, you would
I
love
haven't-
this droid. It's an awesome
Well,
figure.
I haven't watched the show yet, but yeah.
Did you see season 2 of Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian? Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, you know the episode with Ahsoka.
Yes.
Yeah, those droids are in that episode.
I mean, whatever,
So,
but
you don't have an excuse to not get the cool robot.
they weren't on sale yet, right?
No, they weren't. There was nothing for sale during that season. You
Yeah,
couldn't get a
so
fucking thing.
So it's gonna be a minute before I get those because I
Oh
usually
my
wait
God.
till they go on sale.
Oh, my nerd.
Hey, I just picked up Big Boy from Mandalorian, Heavy Mando. He was only like $13, $13.99 at
Yeah,
Target.
he's only been in
So-
stores
Oh,
for
really?
over a year and a half.
I know, but he was on sale this past week.
Yeah, you are lucky though that you got the figure inside the package. I had my fiasco where I went out and picked up fucking 4 of them and none of them were the figure. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
I hope they don't. I know they said that they're changing it out with like Legends and stuff. Are they doing that across the board?
Yeah, it's supposed to be by the end of 24. They're going back to the plastic because they found a way to use recycled
Okay.
plastic. I know they have a big program with ocean use plastic that they pull out of the ocean that they were using for certain figures in a couple of toy lines. I'd be really excited to see Hasbro utilize that plastic and put in the package to show you can recycle and you can also see the fucking toy so you know what's in there.
I wonder how much had to do with that,
Yeah.
or people just complaining about it being like complete like psychopaths about not being able to like see the figure.
In all the live streams, and finally they addressed it during the Legends stream. They're like, we hear you, we see it, we're trying to work on something. And then they finally came out and said, hey, we're going to be reverting back to, because there's no excuse. You could produce a carded, vintage wave retro carded Spider-Man and have a plastic bubble on it, but you can't do the same for the Marvel Legends, which is the same figure line. Like it was something.
Oh, did you just finish? I
Yeah, no, I turned off my camera.
wasn't sure if you were done talking or if you like just disappeared. Trying to see how many droids everybody has here. Looks like the average is about 3, so that's probably a good round.
I thought people were guessing for the giveaway on Toy Squad again. I was like, what the fuck? Why is there numbers in the chat?
Oh, dude, yeah, that was last week. Like 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
3
Yeah,
and
man,
3.
it's a big break. But yeah, I'm working on a custom also to go with the giveaway because Timbo sent over such cool shit. I was like, I got to do something to go with this. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, hippie. I don't want to see anybody lose their job over trying to, do better for the environment, but it was a poorly executed idea, and now they're making a change. So
I don't know if it
It
had
is.
anything to do with the environment. I think that's a pretty little label they threw on it when people asked. I think it had to do with it being like 70% cheaper to do all cardboard boxes.
sure,
know.
it's cheaper, but they
Oh,
also don't have
totally.
to. They don't have to, buy as much plastic in order to make that. Therefore, it's cutting on costs of plastic being made, less plastic waste. But they could
Sure.
they could just do a plastic window instead of a bubble and still cut down like 90% of their plastic. It was just a poorly executed idea that, maybe it was a cost saving measure, maybe it was environmental. It was a, solid idea. Like, yeah, let's have less waste in our package, but let's also make sure that the toys that are in the package are there when they reach the customer.
Hmm.
That sounds like toy science to me.
Toy science! Toy science! We could do like a
We should
little.
do a segment, toy science.
The old Bill Nye segments where he's like doing like a music video or some bullshit.
It's like girl math. It's toy science. Excuse me.
Dude, does nobody want to come on here? Do they not know how to enter into this?
I assume they did. Maybe they're all shy tonight. I don't know.
Bunch of shy, cautious folk.
On the hunt. What's up?
Yeah, so is somebody
Yeah.
gonna jump in and join the show for a couple of minutes? Let's talk. Let's get in here.
Or stay the whole time. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
It's all made up. Nothing's real.
Deadman and Skelly are supposed to be coming through at some point. Did they get
I
links
think I
already?
maybe we intimidated them with having a platform that actually streams the entire show the whole time,
Hey man, that's so
Where you could-
frustrating.
where you could see your guest the entire time.
It's frustrating.
dude.
Trust me.
Oh, Instagram. That was like last week when we started the show. My camera went black. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, it's like a curse. But here I am now. But we got someone trying to break through here. Oh, of course, it's him. It's Brian. He's coming to save us.
Bye bye.
Yeah, of course. The last time Skelly was streaming on Instagram, it kept popping up that he was going live. So I just jumped in. I said, "Don't worry, stop by on Friday. We'll show you how a real platform goes." And
He should be. He said he had to work because they're on the West Coast, so he's got to work. I think Deadman's working too on stuff. So
I don't want.
they
excuses,
said
I want results.
hey man,
They're on the
they'll be
thumbnail.
here.
Let's
They're on
fucking
the
go.
thumbnail.
What's
I
up,
don't know why
Abby?
Eddie's not in here. Eddie's probably tired.
Oh no way! Check this shit out.
Thank you, Trippin.
Hey, look at that.
I like
What's going on?
tabletop on here. What's going on?
Wow.
Hey guys,
How's
happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Happy
yeah.
New Year.
There, you guys jump. Finally, these brave souls are gonna come and storm the waters first. Whatever, storm the gates. I don't know what the hell you call it.
I
Probably
wanted
different.
to take the dive. I just really enjoy you guys. I enjoy the community. I'm new to Instagram. I just wanted to put a face to the world. And thanks for letting me come aboard.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
man.
dude.
In here.
Yeah, your work is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I always said in the comments they're talking when I see you pop up. But yeah, I love your work, man. I've been following you on Instagram for a little while, and it's like, yeah, it's awesome stuff, dude.
How do I turn my camera around to show my table?
That's
That's you.
Wenzel's department.
That's Wenzilla's department.
Oh, here it is.
Go right to more settings, Cam. Do the opposite of what you are.
Are we gonna get a world tour out of this, dude?
Looks like we're getting a world tour out of this.
This is awesome.
World tour.
Go to
That's
settings.
not me
sister?
peeing. I'm pouring a drink. Go to more,
Got
and
it.
then and then there should be settings, Cam, and then you just do opposite of what we are. So
That's not Wenzilla peeing. That's actually me peeing.
if I was peeing into my
While we're waiting for that, Brian, what was your big
shoot
Hey,
me
just-
too. Sorry,
I'll be
got
back.
excited.
What was your big highlight of this year for you, anyway?
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Good.
We're here.
Probably getting to meet all of you guys and
You.
being on the show and
But
you know,
me though. You mean but me?
Mainly
Yes.
me. Mainly
Yes.
me.
But
No, it's
me.
fine. We
But
talk.
me.
yeah. It was it's been pretty cool, you know, this whole deal, you know. It's fun getting to know, you know, everybody in the community, you know, and yeah, it's awesome. You know.
So
I appreciate it.
When are you going to start hosting your own show since you're on shows now? Is that coming in the future?
Yeah, sort of, maybe. I've got some ideas of some stuff, but it's like, it's kind of stupid, but, you know, I'll kind of dig into it a little bit after.
This is for Eddie. This isn't for you.
After the first of the year, you know. But
I hope you can see those
Nice.
as hard as I can.
Damn, Eddie. I mean, the fastest, biggest growing world was definitely Edelham into Wayward Station this year. Also, like if we should give out awards next year, like little trophies.
Award show.
That would be awesome. Actually, that's a
Maybe.
killer idea. That's a good idea for the 1 year anniversary show. We'll have the WMC fucking world builder extravaganza.
All right, boys. I expect tuxes. I expect tuxedos.
We could
Yeah.
call it the I don't know. I can't think. Consort mammies. Sort of mammies.
The worldies.
That's it.
The worldies.
The world is. That's awesome, dude. See, that's why we need famine. He comes up with like thinking words and brain
The
thoughts.
Makeys. What about the Makeys?
He's
The Makeys. That sounds like something you do in your drawers when you've had too many beers. I just made a Makey, guys. I gotta go.
Someone made a Makey.
the Dundies. That was such a funny episode.
Let's do a shirt.
I'll get a bow tie for Snowflake if that's the case. If we do an award show.
So, are you, family? Are you the first? Are you the first one that like got the shirt because you like live in New York or some shit?
That's what's up, baby. First one.
Dude, mine shipped today. I don't get how you got yours today.
Because I ordered that shit an hour before you, so I get a whole 24-hour window. It was produced right here in New York. So
Yes, better, Bob. They do make sleeveless tuxedos.
they call it a fuxedo, and it's specifically because you know what you're doing when you rock that sleeveless tux.
You're fucking. In case you guys missed it.
Yeah. In case nobody picked up on that massive
Call it a
train.
famine. It's a gold naked statue of me. I mean, I'll pose for it. That's fine.
In the Slavely outfit.
No, it's going to be naked. If it's going to be a statue, it's going to be tits out, balls out, cheeks to God.
I mean, Rad's gonna have to
ready to
3D print them, and then I'll paint them.
No. Oh, I'm just gonna go to like Goodwill or Value Village and buy like
Bowling
trophies.
trophies.
and hockey trophies and shit. Probably mostly hockey. Probably mostly it'll be mostly hockey trophies because it's Canada. Like people just dump those out. There's like landfills full of kids' old hockey trophies, like because they grew up and ended up being like a crack dealer or something instead of playing hockey or something. So they just like shame dump all the trophies.
Put a
So those
put a
are
helmet
the
on.
ones, those are the ones we're gonna get, and we'll get everyone's names engraved on them. That'd be
We
awesome.
need like a dude.
And
then we could have one that like won World Makers of the Year, and then we could like pass around each year, like the Stanley Cup. Give it to like one person. Oh man, it'd be great. Jump in here, man. Shoot me is in the chat.
One of the dogs just stepped on the TV remote and turned on YouTube. I gotta wrestle this remote away from the dogs. They think it's a toy. Give me a second.
No one watches YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
We did get a request to see Snowflake, but it shot by so fast in the chat that I completely forgot about it.
Wasteman.
Oh, Wasteman's in here now too. Holy crap! What's going on, man?
Wasteman.
Everybody.
It was a how to make ricotta video, so apparently they wanted to make some ricotta. So
Eddie's going to commission that statue of famine. I'm pretty sure he said he needs.
That's fair. What's going on, Tank? I see you here, Wasteman.
Famine, like one arm above his head, like this, and then one arm like here or something.
Like
legs crossed, tucky tucks down here, tucky tucks down here. Like
maybe it's me doing too sweet down here.
There you go.
The visual image.
What'll be great is it's literally just my head on like a fucking jacked Tony Atlas looking motherfucker body, and everyone's like, that's not famine. Like it is, this is just a shirt. You never see my tummy, so you don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And people that use the word tummy have a six pack.
Yep.
Like my tummy. Oh man.
Very nice, very nice. All right. Well, where were we?
Yeah.
Like you're in a boy band.
Oh my god.
I want to build your world. If there's anyone I want to world build with, it'd be you.
It's gonna be me.
So next year, Famine's going to be selling World Makers calendars or something like that. It'll be like those fireman ones.
Mm-hmm.
We're like some someone laying on like a whole bunch of Lego bricks and shit like that.
Hey,
Call
the merch isn't gonna sell itself.
Call me
So
Mr. May, because it's gonna be May.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
I was listening to a song today. You guys might know this little band called Def Leppard, but I was listening to wait, they do Pour Some Sugar on Me, right? I don't want to be wrong.
Yes.
That's them.
That's a
Yeah.
stripper chain, dude. Total stripper chain.
So I was thinking, like, what if they could take the song In Sync, It's Gonna Be May, It's Gonna Be May. Anyway, and then they did Pour Some Sugar on Me and like merge the two songs somehow. Like, you know, they do all the mixes and shit. Anyway, that's a recipe for a DJ. You can mix that up. It's gonna be pour some sugar, May. Like, you know, you could do it.
I don't know if the
Am
I
I-
don't know if you should though.
Doesn't matter if you should. You could.
Yeah, no,
man,
no.
already
Just saying.
done.
Before anybody gets carried away here, we do have Lord of Thane popping in.
What's going on, friend?
Hey,
Hey, what's new and exciting? I guess we
What's
just straightened out very long ago, but
Oh, what's new and exciting? Well, I'm still awake.
hey,
No, actually,
What?
I just got this huge package, and as you're
Yeah, you
asking,
did.
I think it's pretty exciting. I haven't unpacked anything of it yet. I just-
well, before you get into that, I'm going to bring Dystopian Playgrounds into the
Dystopian.
yay!
Dystopian.
Hey,
Going on.
Now it's a
what's
party.
up?
I'm on mobile, so my camera angle isn't really flattering. But I'm here.
Listen, there's only enough room for one bearded, bald world maker
I,
on the
yeah,
show.
I knew that was
so-
coming. I was like, "There's too much facial hair now. We're good."
At
Someone
least, at least you guys are balanced, though. You're in the opposite ends of the screen, so it's like not going to tilt or do anything weird.
he has a more polished head right now.
It's true, I do. It'd be
I'm-
right before
I
the
got
show.
I got a few days of sandpaper growing.
Oh, look at that. That is
Oh, look at
nice.
Oh,
We're
Jesus.
gonna.
Wow.
Oh, dude, that's not. Where did that come from?
Stuff SL, I think, it's the Insta handle. It's a 3D printed Mon Mothma speeder from the Ender series.
Oh, I
Nice.
love that.
Dude, that is so cool.
I mean,
That's
you could have
cool.
probably made that though, bro. I know you could have.
The
Oh wow. Yep.
the
Now he's gonna
door.
have to
Hey.
fix it.
Yeah.
The door does open. Oh, look at that. It's hinged and everything.
Angus will have a fleet of these made tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All of Coruscant for it to fly around in.
No,
That's
my
really
3D
cool.
my 3D printer doesn't work. I just can't get it to work. So
That's
Have you-
sad.
That's okay. I got like 4 broken ones too.
Angus, have you tried swearing at your 3D printer? I found that helps.
in multiple languages.
Gotcha.
So no, that didn't work.
I don't know.
Yeah, and there's heaps
You
of stuff
said
in
you
that
got a-
bag. So
You said you got a
yeah.
big box of stuff, didn't you?
Yeah,
That was-
there's heaps of customs, but they are disassembled and still in the package. But let's see, maybe I can show some of it without breaking anything.
Yeah, we don't want you
No,
to
no,
break
just- Just dump it all out on the floor and just like go through it like, just like Lego. When you're a kid, you're like looking for that one stupid piece. So you just
Okay,
like
there's
get
also
in.
another speeder.
Woo wee.
That's wicked, man.
Awesome.
It's got a handle, and you have to attach the engines, obviously.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. I dig that. That's cool.
I love that like that back thruster detail, or I don't know if it's the front maybe, but that was
Oh.
cool.
And I'll show these quickly because I also ordered some figures, and these. There's the camera.
Is that a tiny little alien baby?
Yeah, from
What?
what was it, episode 8 or 9, when they have this huge celebration?
Yes, at the where they meet Lando.
Yeah, where they meet Lando, exactly.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Little alien babies for your
Thanks,
diorama.
Shoot Me.
That's dope.
They come with a set that's like it's 3 grown-ups, 1 mother, and the 2 babies.
That's
Nice.
cool. Hey, Shoot Me. He's leaving out, and yeah, he's got this collaboration coming up this week for your favorite toy of the week. We had to send in our submissions today. to be in the collage and everything. So look forward to that. He put it together. It's like you take a picture of a figure that came out this year. So you guys know which one was mine because I already posted a photo today, not the photo for it, but mine was the black Dino Thunder Ranger. So Lightning Collection, just because it was my most anticipated figure for me. It has nothing to do with like articulation or anything like that, but it is a Lightning Collection. So, anywho,
Good job.
But do we ask?
What's that?
Do we what?
Where do we go to see that?
Yeah, where do we go?
we're gonna be posting them with everyone's name on them and stuff. So that's
Where,
gonna be
where are you gonna post it?
Instagram.
On whose account?
On I want to put it on my picture on
Whoa.
mine, and then there'll be a collage of everyone else, and then all their names will be listed.
I'm not fucking scrolling through Instagram all day looking for one post. You got to give us a name, a location, an approximate time for posting, or it's never.
I don't know exactly when. I believe we're posting them on I think Sunday, either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, you'll see it when you see it.
You should see it anyway, fam, and you should have Wentzilla favorited. No excuse.
Oh, I've got him favorited.
It doesn't matter if you have people favorited. I found. So I
Dude,
still don't see everyone's stuff.
I don't want to get into Instagram. It's like a whole different animal, man. I don't know why you go there and it's like a 2-day-old post and you got to hit refresh and then it's like a older post. It's like,
That's
what?
special. I put that there for you. I was like, let me share an old post for him.
Yeah, exactly. This is 2 days ago. This was 4 days ago. This was recently. It was like, oh my God, what's even going on anymore? But what's some of your favorite? What are some of your favorite figures for the year, Angus?
I was just mentioning or agreeing to Brian in the chat that the HK droid definitely is one of the best figures they put out this year. I am limited because I only do Star Wars 375, so I can only talk about the Star Wars figures. And I definitely love that figure. I also, despite the helmet, love the Sabine figure. I'm getting a new head from Syndicate Customs. He made the helmet to size, and his paint jobs are amazing. So I'm waiting for that, and then the figure will be top notch. Yeah, and
you took some awesome freaking shots with that set, like really awesome.
Yeah, I want to get so many of those loft cats just based on those photos that you took. They're adorable.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, man. I want to find like I got to try 3D printing them, but that's going to be a resin printer job.
And hey, didn't you, Angus? Didn't you get were you the one who got the head for the what's the guy's name from Kenobi? The one of the main bad guys.
Oh, the Inquisitor.
Yeah, was that
Inquisitor?
You? Yeah. That awesome. That head was awesome.
That's awesome as well. I don't know who the designer is, but it's also in the shop by Syndicate Customs, and it's how it should have looked, really, or how he should have looked, really. I think. Yeah.
Dude, that guy's insane. Syndicate Customs, like we always say, it's like the show's on, and then 3 hours later, he's posting like the whole like set of armor from the show. I'm like, dude, like how?
He's working. He's got Uzai Customs. He's got Landspeeder Luke. He's got like all the designers. He gets the STLs, and then he prints them, or I think his wife prints them, and he paints them up. And he does. They do amazing prints.
Yeah, they have a team. I think they just sent a letter out about like outstanding orders and stuff for the holidays. I got one. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed with the fact that it's international, so you got to wait a while. But yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does, because he's doing such good work, and everybody's shouting him out. But it's only him and his wife, and I think he's got 3 kids, and he's doing it on his spare time. So 50 orders, and Wentzilla, that takes ages.
Yeah,
but he's just blasting them out, and they still high quality. So
yeah, the detail, man. He did that Sith Apprentice from Force Unleashed. He did that whole dude, like that was like, what the hell? Like it had like these intricate little like claw hands and like it was nuts, dude. But yeah, just some of the, like the levels of detail are just like, yeah, man. I don't know how they do it. I don't have that kind of time. I couldn't like. He's got to have like early access or something, man. That's insane. Insane. But just Soybean, what do you? We haven't seen you for a while. What have you been up to?
Just trying to survive the holidays, really. Hoarding toys as usual. I have had a few Lucky Ross pickups and stuff like that, and a few like marketplace kind of things where somebody would post something, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I'll come get that, and then you learn to start asking questions like, hey, do you have anything on my list? And then they're like, yeah, would you want to buy it? And it's like, yep, just bring it all out. Just give me a box of unsorted stuff. I love it. So been getting a lot of supplies for customs, been trying to work on, a custom figure a week if I can, and
I think that's like where my speed is at right now. Like if it's like 3 3/4, then I'll do like the crew or whatever that I'm working on. But like anything else, it's like one a week is where I feel comfortable, where I can take some time. I mean, I might get one like built and painted in a day, but I haven't done the finishing touches, so I might get that done in like 3 or 4 or 5 hours, like some of it. But then I might not get to it until it's usually about a week process.
A lot of them I've just been building. I haven't had like a chance to really detail and paint them. So it's like, if I were to post the progress now, it's like, well, there's like 7 different colors here, Kit Bash parts, and across toy brands. Like I'm using vintage figures and Fortnite figures and Halo figures and a Star Wars figure, and then luckily, and I haven't posted any of it. I'm getting bad at it. I agree. I've been sort of absent, but not like super absent. Like I'll still hit up a group chat here and there, but there's some really just off, like 3 3/4 toy lines from late 90s, early 2000s that I've been looking into, and they're not like the best base figure, but it'll be like if it's a chest and like a head, and I can use it. Like if it's cheap, I'll give it a try, because Prince of Persia, Pirates of the Caribbean, like a few of those just like weird toy lines that people forgot about have some decent base figures. So, and they're good for backgrounds. Like if you're trying to make something that looks like a show that just aired, like 3D printing or hand sculpting is the way to go. Like I just had Amazon show up before with green stuff and Procreate for sculpting, but I like using, like I said, some of those junker figures just to make backgrounders, because you're not matching a look, you're just making up a character. So
yep,
I dig both. I dig the art of both.
Yeah, I like both a lot, but yeah, I think using all the figures at the, I'm gonna say 1/18 scale, because I think that's 3.75 and 4-inch, all the way up to 5, I guess. But yeah, using all of those to make a character is a lot of fun. Like that's my favorite part, is like mostly like the build, like building that, like all the pieces for it.
Yeah. As long as you don't think you found something really cool and realize that it's like rare or too expensive to mess with. There's been a few I've looked up, just like whether they're Google searches or whatever, or looking at like that it's called like 118 Archive, and you can just like scroll through some of these toy lines, and it's like, oh, there's a figure I can use, and then you look it up. There was one like Merlin figures, and I'm like, oh, well, that's like a $40 figure. I don't know if I'll be using that anymore,
You see, I suffer from the exact opposite. I suffer from the I don't care.
Oh yeah, I know. You said before in a stream, like, yeah, it's mine now, so I get to cut it up.
Yeah, I can't cry. One of the ones I always say is I have a Fallout figure, the red Nuka-Cola armor. It's like a $50, $60, $70 figure. The price just keeps climbing, and I'm like, for like half a second, I was like, do I really want to mess this up? Because it's worth it. But I'm like, it's worth it more to me to be what I want it to be and have fun with it and know that it was mine. But rarely do I ever get lucky enough to find something of that value. But even if I do find it in like the store or at like a flea market or something, I'm going to use it for what I want to use it for. And, other collectors be damned.
I feel good when I can find, because I do the same thing at flea markets. Is I'll find something and it's just like, well, this is rare, but if it's already in junk condition, like I'll get a lot of Star Wars figures where it's like, okay, a kid had this, and the hands are chewed, or the head is gone, or a foot peg is broken. It's like there's no guilt here.
That's the
Like,
delicious parts of the toy. The softer meat. You want the sweet meat from the toy if you eat it.
I have a few vendors too that actually, they'll recognize me and be like, "Hey, I got some stuff for you." Like they know to set aside those trash figures because it's like
That's cool.
you're not going to sell singles on eBay, to most people. Like you could try. There's still sellers that have like headless figures, or they tag it fodder a lot, but most people, it's just like they just know that it's not a full value figure anymore. And it's nice to pick that stuff up locally because then you can get, a pound of figures. You're not paying shipping. You could look them over and figure out like, okay, do I really want these? And then when inspiration strikes, or maybe not even inspiration, just the time, just the 2 hours to sit down and work on something, all your stuff's there. Which is why I don't mind having like a week where, okay, I didn't do anything, because then maybe I'll have like one night where it's like 3 figures done.
Do your vendors, are they the ones that are chewing on the figures for you ahead of time, or is this something
I asked them that would work out. That would work out for me. Like, hey, could you destroy your stuff so it's cheaper for me?
There you go.
I've got this.
Guilt free.
Yeah, I've got this vintage Stormtrooper. It's a '70s one, and somebody painted his boots pink with nail polish, and he just hangs out on my custom bench. He's just like sitting there all straight-legged, like staring down at me. But I always get lucky at those antique warehouses. You go through them, and like it'll just be like this random bag of like, it's just all the same size figure that somebody threw in there for like $20 or $10, and that's the play. I always have the best luck at those places where people just don't know what it is.
What's it like to be God's favorite child? What is it like?
Yeah, dude, you're so annoying. Like, I don't even want to see his face right now.
I got a another Republic dropship. They had it for $3 in the bargain bin at the fucking flea market. Oh, I found this bag of, there were 8 super articulated clone troopers, not a blemish on them. They only wanted 28 cents Canadian. Like,
I was walking out of the. He's like, I'm walking out of the one store, and I tripped over the LOL fucking things. He's like, you guys can't find.
Still can't find them. I saw one on.
Are
Facebook
you talking about the shipping container thing?
Yeah, dude.
Does anybody need one? Because I just found 2 more.
Go fuck
Shoot,
yourself.
what the hell?
Yeah, I'm serious. I was gonna reach out to the group chats and stuff and be like, does anybody need one? Because now I think I have. What was that?
Talk to me, because I've been trying to find it. I found one person had it listed for 80, then they dropped it down to 50, then they dropped it down to 30, and I'm just like, you're not going to get that price for it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them are like around 20 or more. 20 is like the cheapest I found. That's with nothing.
Part of it's the recession, and part of it's like people thinking that they have something that they don't know the value of, so they think if they're like, oh, it must be valuable because I don't see any for sale. When it's not necessarily the case, it's just people not selling them, or they're giving them away of yard sales, or passing them along to friends. So it's like no luck trying to find them here.
It's just crazy depending on where you live.
Because I was sick of just seeing the marked up stuff, but like in the past week and a half, I stopped at 3 different Goodwills. One of them was in a not great part of Milwaukee, so there's usually luck there because people won't go to those stores. But it was filled with GI Joes and Playmobil, and that was like a $5 bag again, probably a pound of figures. And like there's not like anything super rare like Night Force or anything in there, so it's just played with figures, Playmobil parts that go with anything. But yeah,
Playmobil has tons of fun stuff.
The South Side Goodwill had 2 of those LOL crates. They were $3 a piece, and then I got a bunch of Jurassic Park dinos, or Jurassic World dinos, that were all like $1 to $2 a piece. I'm like, I can't leave these. Like, some of them I have, but I can't leave them because
my spirit would haunt you, even if I'm not dead. My spirit, I would project myself like Luke and show up and just torment you for not picking up.
Those ones are super fun for customs. Because I've been doing, like, some people ask online, like, well, how many whatevers do you need? I'm like, these are fun to practice paint on because there's no right or wrong answer. So I've done like some chaos effect. If you remember, like I only remember it from KB Toys. It's the only place I ever saw them, or like Kmart. In the 90s, they did this chaos effect where everything was neon colored.
And it was he said, if you remember chaos effect.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm speaking to the audience in general, if you remember.
Hey, what was that site you were talking about? Because Red was asking about it in the chat.
Which site?
118 Archive?
Yeah, 118 Archive.
Okay, yeah, he was just asking for us to repeat that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right there. Yep.
Little inside baseball is I used to help administrate and moderate jptoys.com, which has the largest up-to-date online Beckett of Jurassic Park prices for all the original figures in Jurassic World, and they were major contributors to the latest definitive collection of Jurassic Park book. And it's basically like a breakdown of the very first film and all the figures that came out, all the merchandise and all that. Huge contributors to that. So I've heard of Chaos Effect before.
Okay.
I may or may not have gotten to see prototypes that have never, the person who shared photos with us will not allow us to share them with the public. I've
like
seen
a Dr. Snare kind of thing, or whatever he was called.
I don't want to say the person's name, but there's an individual out there who's probably worth millions upon millions of dollars, and they collect with their son, but their version of collecting is buying it and putting it in a storage unit so no one else can have it.
Oh, okay.
And so there are toys out there that exist that I've seen that will never see the light of day, that are rarer than you would imagine, like one-off prototypes that they brought for pitch meetings and things. Yeah,
that's cool. And
back in the day, and this is more so before Mattel and Hasbro owned everything. So it's just like you kind of think back to like, oh, what's a 90s toy I liked, and then you see the logo and it's just like, oh yeah, that company existed, you know? Even when I see Playmates stuff, like it's not, you know, it's not the same, you know, and a Kenner logo is not the same feeling as it was in the 80s and 90s. And out of some of the obscure stuff I collect, I recently, and this is just this year, Simpsons. So Simpsons World of Springfield ran from Playmates 99 to 04, had something like 200 unique figures, you know, 40 or 50, maybe even more than that, play sets. And this year, it was uncovered that the Rabbi Kristofsky figure that was Jackie Mason never signed off voice rights, so they never released the figure. That is in a private collection now. The Playmates employee retired and liquidated their collection, and now a comic shop in, I don't even remember where, the lady and her husband have it, and it's theirs. Like they're not gonna 3D scan it. They're not gonna mold and cast it. It's just like they have this one-off figure. Because as far as I know, there's only like the Toy Fair prototype, and then you know, the can went on it quick. It wasn't like stop the injection molder. We can't make this figure. It's like there's one prototype. There's like that test shot, and that's it.
That's crazy.
So that's kind of a bummer, because it's like, as a completist, you kind of like see some of those like end of toy line figures, and you're like, oh man, that would have been cool, or oh, I wish that final wave would have came out. But when something's defunct, it's not like, oh, that maybe somebody could pick back up on it. Like, no, they're done. Like now it's hobbyists sculpting figures. It's, you know, people 3D sculpting things and printing them. Like that's how you continue a toy line like that, because everything else is like, especially with licensing, there's no way for someone to pick that back up.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer, because there were some cool prototypes, and there's, I think, just 2 more that are in question. And I assume the same kind of thing happened. Either a Playmates employee has them on their mantle, like, hey, that's the last thing I worked on, or it hit the trash bin, you know. And it's like,
there is a guy. There's a guy that I can't remember his name. He repops the rocket firing Boba Fett. Like, you know, like order one for him. So it's like, but that's an easier figure to do. You just, there's the vintage Boba readily available.
Internationally, I don't even know what the complications of that are, because you have people like I'm sure I could say the name out loud, Stan Solo and other guys like that.
Yeah.
They're making not only like vintage equivalent continuations, but they're making yak faces, and they're making blue snaggletooths and stuff like that. And it's like, well, they're not operating in the States exactly, so like
Well, I know it's like that whole Transformers thing. Like, how many third-party Transformers companies is there, and they can just like literally like take the complete image of the character, and as long as they don't put the Autobot or Decepticon logo on it, it's totally legal to sell worldwide. And I don't know. Sometime I'll look into the total, like, but I think it's complicated. I don't know. That's not
being on Hasbro's radar is a little bit different than being also on Disney and LFL's radar, though. So,
oh yeah,
there's a prominent member of the Star Wars community that just got not like a cease and desist, but like a letter of like, hey, you got this T-shirt right now, and you can't have the T-shirt, which I believe they can have the T-shirt because
yeah.
you know, it might fall under like a parody law kind of thing. But
they can't call it what they were calling it. That was the issue.
Yeah.
So Yak Face. It was all
Yeah,
over their page.
there you go.
We're not outing anybody. Yak Face had a Kenner Cardback inspired T-shirt, and they got a letter basically saying, "Don't call it that," and we're taking down your product from this site. And so they just relisted it under a different name with a color correction on it, and they should be in line and fine for that. So
yeah.
Well, did anyone not hear about that car wash that's getting sued by Disney? Did anyone hear that?
I don't know. I don't know what the details are.
Yeah, it's called Star Wash, and they have like the Mandalorian dude stand out front, like, come in for your car wash, and all the Star Wars shit inside. And Disney's actually suing them, but they're countersuing or doing whatever they got to do, saying that Disney's umbrella doesn't cover like washing cars. So this is how. But I was like,
does not cover clean vehicles.
Like, it's this tiny family company, like in the middle of nowhere, like with a Star Wars freaking car wash, and you're gonna actually go sue them? Like, what? Like, that's nuts.
This is the way to get your car washed.
You can't let that happen, because Ma and Pa Jenkins with the car wash, they get away with it. Next thing you know, there's going to be like a Netflix movie called Rebel Moon that's like, a lot of Star Wars inspired. And then what do you do? Like,
Hey, it was a good movie.
Lego is doing that over here at the moment. I don't know if you have the same problem, but there's lots and lots of stores, small little toy shops that specialize in brick builds that are not Lego products. There's heaps and heaps and heaps of other companies doing that. And
we got that
they can't use every brick, because apparently to like the 4x4 brick is still under patent law in Europe. So Lego is not suing the other companies, but Lego is now suing all the little small stores that are selling the wrong sets. And
they go after the minifigure makers here. They go after people that make their own custom minifigures and sell them.
Yeah, but you can't have the minifigure. The minifigure, if you have that in any set, you're doomed immediately. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have those guys at our toy shows now. They have like huge setups where it's build your own minifigures. And my sister, that's her jam, is Lego, so she has a huge minifigure collection. And they didn't make Thundercats and stuff, but she's got like all the Thundercats and like all of this and all that, and like they've made a minifigure out of every franchise. Like He-Man, she's got He-Man minifigures, like all those. Like, it's like Mega Blocks or whatever has like rights to do He-Man, I think. So, but it's nuts, man. The shit people can get away with is just like crazy.
Jason was asking in the chat too. He was asking if we have anything for next year for our world building, like anything that you guys are focusing on in your station or your world or your setup.
I think it was I did catch that one. Any big plans? I do have big plans. I think I'm actually gonna like completely tear down one of my middle sections, like right down to the studs, man. Like right down to nothing.
Wow.
Totally.
What happens
Totally
to the spiders? Are they going to be okay?
No, well, they'll have to move on to the next ecosystem or whatever. That's the next setup. No, I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna just like chop it down and start with a proper backdrop and background with like, yeah, it's gonna be nuts, man. But you gotta freshen it up, man. I've been like at this for a little while, so it's like I've been looking at the same
20,
like just
20
like
years.
same insanity for not 20 years, for a few like at least a couple of years, anyways. A big part of it, and it's just like, no, things gotta change, man. I gotta like re-inspire myself. So the best way to do that is just to like completely rip down a section and like just start over, man. Start over. Gonna be the old.
In terms of plans, I usually I get distracted on the way by things popping up, seeing new stuff or finding something I want to do on the way, but I'm sort of running out of space. I don't know if you've seen my post from today where I posted the hat stand that I'm using for my ships now because I need more shelf space. So I identified the last spot I still have is above where I have my village of the Brotherhood of the Sith. So I want to install like 2 or 3 levels above that, and other than that, I don't know.
I mean, the ceiling looks pretty bare, and if you were lockdown production / Nassau Station, you would just put shit on the ceiling.
My problem is this really is a massive. It's the floor of the house, and it's really massive. German built. I would really need. You can't just screw anything in there. You really need heavy machinery to get a simple screw in the ceiling. So the ceiling is.
That's actually that's a good segue because I know a guy that could probably help you out, but you have to fly him over to Germany. Germany is dead man.
Hey.
Well, look who decided to show up.
So yeah, if it's collab coming up and Famine wants to find out where it is, just look for it, asshole. Just look for it. It's going to be posted on everybody's page. Everybody who's involved in the collab, they're going to post
yeah, you're in it too. That's right. I've been giving
Yeah.
Deadman shit in the chat that we're in. So, but it's like the normal shit talk I do, but it's with a bunch of people who we aren't usually in a chat with. So I feel like I'm scaring people away. But oh man, it's been fun.
I don't think you've scared anybody away yet. I think my response, especially this morning, might have. If I wouldn't have,
he put it up and he took it away, and I was like, I saw that motherfucker. That's great.
And you were meant to. I needed you to see it anyway. So, what's up, guys?
Not much, man.
We're talking about all our yearly regrets and shame.
If you guys don't know, this is Deadman. He's on Instagram. Also runs a little thing called Toy Mercs, and we do a show every Wednesday, and it's called Skeleton's Tomb with Skeleton Collectibles. He should be popping in here at some point. He says he's going to be running late. But yeah, so Deadman and I go way back, and yeah, we do a show together every week. So here's Deadman.
That's a lot of fun.
I know he's been on versions of Rad Toys shows, but this is the first time, I believe, on WMC. So
no, I was on working with Chris Custodian before, wasn't I?
I don't know. I think we did like a spin-off episode.
Oh, it might have been a round table.
Oh, it was a round table for sure. It was a round table because we did all those funky toys like Suck Me Superman and all those. That man coined that. I was like, "Is that like BJ Superman?" You're like, "No, it's Suck Me Superman." I'm like, "That's perfect." That's fucking perfect.
I hate two things that exists, and then also when you said "Suck Me Superman," I can picture it in my mind's eye.
It turns out it was a real thing. It was a real thing, and it was released to the public in, I think 2011, and it got bold
not too long ago. Yeah, it wasn't like forever ago. It was pretty recent.
Yeah. Suck Me Superman is a thing, so if you could probably go ahead and track one down, Famine, if you need one.
I've got two.
I think Eddie found one online, didn't he? On eBay or some shit?
Yeah, it was like $300. So.
Yeah, it was. It was like $300 for this like stupid Superman that slipped through the I don't know how nobody noticed that before it went to retail. It was ridiculous, man.
Respectfully, since this isn't a children's show, there was a Barbie, and they modeled it, a Ken doll, and they modeled it after male fashion of the 90s club fashion. But what they didn't realize, they were modeling it after gay men's club fashion. So Ken was wearing a cock ring around his neck. And they thought it was just regular jewelry. So they produced one that had a cock ring around his neck, and no one knew what it was. And then, of course, everybody found out and thought it was the funniest thing, and they pulled them off shelves and all this stuff. But like sometimes stuff slips under the radar because people don't know what they're like. It doesn't. The test groups don't tell them. It doesn't hit the right wavelength, and then as soon as it reaches the marketplace, and everybody goes, kind of like the vibrating Harry Potter broom. That was a big problem because it was quite literally like a 12-inch long vibrating Nimbus 5000 or whatever it was, and they were just selling it to kids.
just like the Tickle Me Elmo wasn't a problem for some reason, even though it was just a giant vibrator.
That went.
Yep. So hi guys, hey, hello people I don't know. I'm Deadman1. Nice to meet you guys.
Hey,
hi, I'm Angus. Lord of Stain, Orcs Next Station, Lord of Stain Customs, Brotherhood of the Sith. Go for it. Galactic Geographic lot. Yeah.
Nice.
And those are his implements of destruction on the wall behind him in his picture there.
Yeah, I believe I can zoom in and look. Oh, look at that. You're in a garage. Oh.
Yeah, I'm in my garage now. I just swapped places.
Huh.
It's 5 a.m. So
It's
in Germany, 2 or 3.
You can't get a screw into all that.
OSB.
No, he's talking about the house.
Problem here. It's I was in my basement before, and the ground plate is solid concrete, and
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's solid concrete across your ceiling.
Yeah, I'm in Germany. It's a German house, so
you have pillars throughout the room, big concrete pillars throughout the room. You have to, or there's no way you could have a big open space like that with a concrete ceiling that wouldn't just cave in.
Definitely it is.
It's German,
man.
It's what they call a base plate. It's it's liquid concrete all over the place. There's armament inside, and yeah.
Okay.
And
dude, you gotta see. You have to see his.
He lives there,
Yeah. Deadman, you had to see Angus's layout though. It's insane. Like we went over. I think I've seen it twice now, and I think it's been like over 2 years. It's
World Makers
so much.
Consortium episode 3.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I saw it like. But yeah, if you guys are watching and you want to go back, yeah, episode 3. It's amazing, man. Just it's insane. It's his. Like a couple of you guys have floored me with. Like the layout, like just the years and time put in, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, definitely.
So I gotta go back to the World Makers Consortium episode 3 to see that.
I just looked through to see what this is about. Oh, it's concrete. It's 20 millimeter thick.
Oh God, do we have to fact check
20
it?
millimeters?
We believe
yeah,
you.
you could do that. You could do that.
Yeah,
and you would need a roto hammer to get through that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and the next thing is where we live. The groundwater, the basement is already in the groundwater, so you don't really want to get holes in there because the ceiling is a no-go.
I was just making a joke about space and NASA having acid rain up on his damn ceiling.
You can't imagine how often I was thinking about getting like the equivalent of an electric railroad on the ceiling where my spaceship would just go around on strings. That's
just build a wood frame.
There's totally ways to do it still without fucking with the concrete on your ceiling.
Okay.
I've got a project for all the world builders out there. I want to see someone do a monorail this year. One that just goes all down through their city and stuff. That would be.
That's what Jason's doing on his station. He's gonna.
Yeah, that's not fair though. That's like playing with like Michael Vick and Madden. Like Jason's gonna do the train through the. Yeah, that's not fair.
I mean, like a real like a monorail thing, not like a train sort of deal.
I think he'll do that because isn't he like doing old and new parts of his the same city?
His layout, the train layout is the old, the 118 scale is the new.
Yeah.
So it won't be traveling between the two. It'll be two different scales.
Okay.
But different same multiverse. It's like how he was explaining it. Like the lore continues.
It's the same city a couple thousand years.
Futuristic
world
world.
or something.
So it's like
dude,
the same.
everyone at fucking once, dude.
I think we should all start talking now.
We're trying, man. We're trying. Fuck,
I wasn't trying.
All right, who's going first?
No,
everyone's going.
No, I think he said it's the same city, but the 118th is like a couple thousand years in the future.
Yeah.
So there's still the same coffee shop or whatever, the same garage guy. He's using the same signage and stuff like that.
Yep.
Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's brilliant because then you get to use inspiration that's immediate and right there next to you. Like I would have never thought to do that. I would have been like, I got to make a whole new thing. And he's just like, nope, I'm just going to make this garage 2 million years in the future. I'm going to make this street 2 million years in the future, and just like picking and pulling and making, and it's a whole different scale. So it's like a whole different thing. It's really impressive stuff.
Wow. That sounds cool. I mean, yeah. I take a lot of photos, and like I don't normally sit down to take a photo and have an idea. I normally it normally just comes to me when I know what figures I want to shoot, like that's it. I'm like, I want to shoot this thing and this thing, and then I'll sit down, and the next thing you know, I got fucking Gaslight Joker fucking beheading Batman.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I don't have a plan anymore.
When it comes to photography, that's the same with me. I usually pick like a handful of figures, and then always in the Star Wars universe, of course. And the most fun I have when I go outside and just use whatever I come and find and have a session, and then I usually come home and have like a dozen of shots that you can use, and that's really a lot of fun. As you keep saying, Josh, you don't need a big station for that. You can just use the outside, which is one.
Yeah, you have both. You have the outside and a big station. So, but yeah, no, you totally get it though. Like and the greenery around you is insane, man. Like you get some shots that we will never be able to capture here. You know what I mean? Just because of the landscape is different. It's amazing.
I wish I had more sand.
Well, you did. I'll go back. I'll throw it back one more time to the time when you did the tank rolling through the city or whatever. That was pretty awesome. That was one of my favorite things. So,
Rad, you should be pulling these photos up as we're talking about them, bro. What's up?
Yeah, man. Come on,
You're a fucking terrible host, Rad.
Terrible. I didn't have the precognition to like figure out what pictures he was going to talk about before he was going to talk about.
But listen, guys,
it was.
Josh, what you gonna show?
Oh, I can't get it out. Dang it.
Wenzel's just making noise. That's what he does.
I'm sorry. It was one of these.
Yeah.
He redid the scene from the movie, like pretty much. Like it looks just crazy. That's really cool.
But isn't Matt Scuffer in the chat as well? He does those scenes to like a dozen a week. Yeah, he's amazing with his.
Matt Scuffer will do a dozen a day sometimes.
But it's getting close to 3:30 a.m. here. I need to leave you guys alone, but I think Pirates would kill me if I wouldn't point out that I'm gonna co-host our new show, which is about to start, I think, next week on YouTube. And I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what it's about. No, I think you might have seen his weekly whips. It's gonna be something like that where we talk about what we are doing and a little bit in depth, like giving away tips and tricks that we came across, albeit we both consider ourselves as learners and absolute beginners, considering how brilliant some of you do the stuff. And eventually we want to have guests as well, and they show off what they're working on, and in best case scenario, even give away some of their tricks, like Famine gave away the hot glue a mold trick on his show, something like that. So I think that's the plan. I'm gonna be surprised and like what how you call it, eyeballing it in the first show as well. So I hope everybody joins us. It's gonna be on Wednesdays, I think. Yeah.
Did you get all that, Dead Man?
I heard a lot of it. Sorry about that. I went down to check what the chat said, and then I didn't know how to come back, so I just pressed the arrow, and I was gone. This whole thing is new to me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just not gonna fuck with it anymore. I'm just gonna just.
Well, I'm glad you guys got a show, man. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, looking forward to checking it out for sure. That's gonna be awesome.
Because you guys both, I think, have that like where you guys are always working on some type of transportation or ship or something. You know what I mean? Like every single week, and I think like
yeah, I think that's one of the things I want to bring in, like showing off all the little itsy bitsy pieces of trash and junk I use, and how something you pull out of a chocolate tray turns into, I don't know, a generator and a computer box or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna have fun. Maybe some of you will have fun watching it, and if not, it doesn't matter because we're gonna have fun.
That's the most important part.
I think so too. So I'm gonna pop out of this, and somebody else can come in. And
we got room for 3 more if people want to jump in.
I will take you all to bed and listen to you until I fall asleep.
Happy New Year, Angus.
Happy New Year next time.
Now, if Famine would have said,
you.
if Famine would have said that, it would have sounded creepy. But when Angus says it, it sounds nice and sweet and wholesome. That's just a difference, man.
The way it is.
Always watching the Meg too. Oh, Eddie.
I still got that bald dude, that Jason Statham. Is he in that again?
I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yes.
The first one was fucking terrible. I don't know why you'd want to watch the second one at all.
Yeah, the one that he was in was so off-putting. I think it was called The Name of the King, where he's supposed to be like a knight, but he's still doing like all the like Steven Seagal kung fu moves and shit.
I mean, he could actually fight though, can he?
No, I think he can, but it was just weird because it was supposed to be like a medieval movie, but he's moving like a ninja and stuff, and everyone's like got broadswords chasing after him, and he's got this like little curvy like ninja knife, and he's like, whoa, like flipping it around and shit. It was wild, dude.
He's the same character no matter what genre it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
He's running from horses and jumps into a BMW, like wow, what the hell?
Was that Crank? Where he's like doing all the blow.
I mean, Transporter, like he did that like three or 4 of those. I don't know.
How do we get on
like that? Are kind of weird because, like, even though there are like at least 3 of them, I can't tell you the plot of any single one.
I remember one where he like flips the car and it like gets on like a hook and like he like meant to hit it. Like it was like some crazy shit, but.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Rad brought up regrets before. What are our Tory regrets for the year? I can go first if you want me to start one off.
Sounds like you want to. Sounds like you want to, man.
Okay, so I collect the NECA Toon Line turtles and vintage too, but I don't need anything for vintage really. And that sewer layer dropped in like August, I think. And like a lot of other stuff was going on at the time, and I was like, I don't know if I need their giant playset. I almost just kind of wanted to build my own layer. And now that it's like actually shipped on time and people have it in hand, I'm looking at it like, oh, I should have got that. And it's like over double the price. Like some of the
still obtainable.
Some of them are like people have been wise enough to like kind of flood them, and I not say wise enough to flood the market, but like to buy extras and kind of like cover their cost by selling one. But like a lot of these other crowd funds, they've ended up being like kind of affordable once that time comes, but not this one. This one is like immediately expensive, and like now it's like even more not out of reach, but like it just seems nonsensical to spend that much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. It's still obtainable, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, like if you wouldn't spend $300 in August, like you're not going to spend $650 to $700 in December.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you might. I mean, some people might. I'm not. I wouldn't be doing that.
I don't want to.
I don't know if I've had any regrets this year. Maybe just Spiro toys. Like I got wave 1 and 2 of that, but that was like the Kickstarter was like it took like 2 years to ship. I mean, COVID happened and stuff, but it took like 2 years for us to even get anything. But just the way it was, and like I had a pretty good history with Jason and stuff from Spiro Toys, but the Animal Kingdom figures. So I did like a lot of the 118 stuff when he was doing 118, like supported it and stuff. And when we went to 112, I bought in for like the $500 like wave 1 and 2. So I went pretty big on a Kickstarter because he was a friend. And then when it came to like shipping and stuff, like I reached out to him, and so did another friend. And he just it was just kind of like very impersonable, like kind of shitty. Like I don't know. It was kind of he's like, well, talk to this guy, like type of shit. It's like, well, dude, like we had a history and we did all this stuff together, and it's just like it just left a bad taste in my mouth. So I have like $500 of these wave 1 and 2, which I can't even sell on eBay for that much. Like I put it at 400 and people aren't even touching it. So it's like that's one of them, because I can't even look at them without being disappointed, and like just because of that interaction with him after everything. It's like we pushed to get this thing funded for you, bro. Like we were all excited for you, like because you had a story and everything else, and then I think he like rewrote the story, and I don't know, but it's whatever. I know a lot of people love them, so
a lot of people really like those
They
figures.
have a lot of issues getting stuff shipped.
Yeah,
they look weird,
and I
don't like them.
I don't know. I mean, they look great. I thought they looked great, but they just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I just don't want to open them. So
I think they look like like way cartoonish. Like they're characters from like Thundercats or something. That's how I feel.
Well, some of the figures were in the 118 that he put out. They were like inspired by.
Okay.
Or Spamman always squeezing into his bikini. He is. Yeah, but yeah, no. So I mean, yeah, just left a bad taste in my mouth. Like just after speaking with him, and my friend Josh sent me a message about like the way that he was treated too. Like the way that he put it was so much better than the way that I'm explaining it right now. But he like put it out very well, like how he felt. And I was like, dude, that's exactly how I felt. Like it was kind of crazy, but it's whatever. You run into a lot of people in toys, and people are fucking weird. Like, they just don't have the same.
No matter where you are, if you're in like some sort of, I don't want to say product design, but like if you have a project, but it's not your full-time job, like it's just so easy for anything to go wrong and like one party to be disappointed.
Yeah.
So it's like to have a curveball like COVID or even just manufacturing stuff, it's like you're kind of screwed from that point. But I get what you're saying. Like if you can't like deal with the communication is always the biggest thing.
I wasn't like it wasn't like a pressuring thing. Like, where's my shit, bro? What the fuck? I'm like, hey man, just reaching out. I was wondering like what was going on because I saw that you were shipping overseas orders. So I just wondered if we were gonna get our stuff in. Because it said something along the lines of like all your stuff should be shipped like in the emails, and I was like, well, the reason. So I held off on getting Wave 1 sent to me because he was going to put Wave 2 and Wave 1 together and ship them without me having to pay extra for shipping. So I was like, I'll just wait until the second wave. So second wave comes and it comes to my house and I'm like, there's no Wave 1, man. What the fuck? Like, the whole reason why I did that, I waited on Wave 1 was because I wanted them to come together. Like, it was just dumb shit along the way. And yeah, I don't know. It kind of just left a shitty taste, which, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. I just have all these toys that I don't know. I wanted to play with because
No,
they
I
look
think
cool.
I think you have a good point there. You know, you really helped the guy out, or you tried anyway. You did what you could do.
I don't
to,
think I
like,
did a lot on like the spectrum of
and,
everything, but I
you
tried.
dealt with the guy personally, right?
Yeah.
You know, right? You guys knew each other, you know, and you did things together, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, we're like
he's got
Facebook friends, bro. Like, we're
he's got
Facebook
all of a
serious.
sudden he's got his shit done, and now he's just like, oh, I hired someone to deal with these things. Talk to them.
Right.
Not
And he's dealing with bigger, better, like, photographers and influencing, people that are, way bigger than what we are. So it's like,
yeah, people forget where they come from sometimes, and those people are dicks.
yeah, it sucks, but whatever.
But
It's hard to judge because you don't know where his head was at, and you can't really take too much from a message, right? That's not a voice note. It was like maybe I took it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how many people probably reached out to him. Like, it could be hundreds of people. Like, dude, what the fuck? With not the energy that I came with, but I was asking maybe the same question, but I came at it, with just normal, like, hey man, da da. I'm sure like 100 people before me said, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, so it could be that. I give him the benefit of the doubt, but what?
Yeah. Said it could be that, but I guess the
Yeah,
moral
you
is
never know.
don't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, try not being a dick, Josh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zilla, you could try that.
I could. I can't help it.
I mean, I deal with you on at least a weekly basis, sometimes more often than that. And yeah, you could try not to be a dick. That would be cool.
Fuck you. Fuck you,
I'm
dead man.
trying to recall the longest that I've waited for something that was unfulfilled. And there's like plenty of times where like I've gotten burned. Not, I don't want to say like scammed, like where it was like, oh, I know my money's gone and I'm not getting it. But like, there's been a few times where it's just like, hey man, like this took like a year for you to ship. What's up? Do you need help? But I'm trying to think if I had any product just like, oh, I know what it is. And I don't think it matters mentioning them anymore, but like do you remember the GTP space walls?
Mm-hmm.
So they did the blockade runner, and this is when I was still doing 6-inch Star Wars as well. Like, I funded that, and then I want to say within like a year and a half, like stuff came out, it wasn't happening, and they were bankrupt and everything. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's just gone. I think right away I told myself, like, you're not getting this. Like, it's fine.
Sucks.
But I watched the entire community just like come at this guy, and I'm like, man, these guys. I mean, like, you shouldn't look at it like, oh, don't spend the money if you're not. It's not gambling. It's like that's the kind of thing you go in. Like, if I lose this, I got to be ready for it to be okay. That is a product that should be fulfilled, but like that's the only thing I can think of where it's like in recent years paying a lot of money and then having nothing for it. And I want to say that was like $250, maybe $300. Which, like, if I lost $300 tomorrow, like, I'd be upset about it. But like now, that's just so long gone. It's like, well, whatever,
So,
two
real quick, I want to say, Famine. I want to talk to you, Famine. Zilla said when you were gone, you were squeezing in a bikini, and you come back with a fucking clone helmet. I wanted to see the fucking bikini, man.
You and everybody else, baby, line up and pay the money on OnlyFans. That's how you get to see it.
Perfect.
Yeah. 2 years I waited for this clone helmet. Ordered it to assist someone who was doing a limited run on them in order to ship other completed items. And then they just proceeded to keep producing other items for people and putting up new sales and fulfilling those new sales over and over until finally a bunch of us were like, hey, remember how we funded your last 3 shipping runs ago, and it was constantly like, oh yeah, they're on their way out the door, blah blah blah. I've got boxes. Then another 2 months went by. Oh, I'm waiting on plastic for this little detail. Oh, I wanted to resculpt this, and it was just a nonstop thing. So 2 years I waited for that, and then finally got it in the mail. Great craftsmanship. Just the person actually is closing their business down, so I don't have to worry about buying from them again. But I wouldn't.
Okay, cool.
You get the last laugh.
I think the longest thing I ever waited for was Mezco Conan. I pre-ordered that thing as soon as I saw it, and it took 2 years for it to come out. But that's just how Mezco works.
You weren't one of the Batman people that had to wait. What was Batman, like a 5-year fucking wait?
Nah, I didn't care about that one. No, it was just like 2.5. But yeah, I didn't care about that one. Everyone hated that one when it came out too, and it's just like, you know what? If you don't know how to treat rubber, don't bitch about it. Do some fucking research, Go to a fucking sex store and ask somebody how do you keep a fucking dildo in pristine condition, and then your Batman would be fine now.
Hey, wow. I know you can buy some stuff to spray on leather. Anyway, not rubber.
I just didn't know what people were expecting out of that figure.
I would say, like, I don't know if you're going on the lane of like things that you're disappointed in. Deadman just got a really cool Batman, and it's like the coolest thing ever. But the head is too big for the body.
Dude, I even have his cape off right now, and his head is so big. He looks like he should be in a midget wrestling ring. Like, he looks like a little midget wrestler. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's full screen anyway.
Oh, is that the Gaslight Batman?
Yeah. But I found, I do like the design, and I've taken some pretty good shots of him. You just have to like get an angle to where the head isn't so big.
Imagine if he jumped down in an alley at you and you just start laughing. You're like, your head.
It kind of looks like Batman in his pajamas or something.
So when are they going to release the black and gray the black and gray variant instead of the blue and gray? I'll be.
Oh no, it's Mezco. Mezco doesn't do that. That's not McFarlane. McFarlane does.
Or
that
Mayfex. Hey, Mayfex does it too. Be easy.
Okay,
McFarlane is king, but
yeah, he would do a black and gray variant. He would do a brightly colored variant, and then he'd Jokerize it.
And then a cell shaded variant, and then the paint grown fucking.
Yeah, and then the whatever those brass ones, those ones that are just like colored like a brass
gold.
I don't know if I missed this one before, but Dom is in the chat.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! He's doing the solo dad thing, so maybe we should dial back the dildo discussion. Try out of courtesy.
Yeah.
My kids are asleep.
Oh my god!
I don't have any, so I'll fucking talk about dildos.
Yeah,
all
that
day
works.
long. Yeah.
That you know of. I am actually working. If you go back to one of Femin's Tuesday lives, I was working on, or maybe it wasn't a Tuesday, one of his lives, I was working on a thing that's going to Dom. Well, I just got the build done for his character Zamrakians that I'm sending him. So I got to paint them still, but so that's gonna be my next that's not a trade, I'm just sending them to his ship. So it's gonna be exciting.
So that's
Can't wait.
Your next series of photos, right? Once those are painted up.
I might do some shots in AMRAC here soon because I have some stuff from Timbo Toys. So, but those are taking a little bit. Yeah, it's a big. You guys saw it's a huge. I'm sending a huge thing over to Dom. So we'll see.
Whoa.
Hopefully it all works out.
Whoa.
A big package. Wait, no. Kid friendly. Damn it. Dang it. Darn.
We're over here talking about dildos, and then you're like, I'm going to send him a big thing. It's huge package.
It is. Amrakians and stuff.
He put massive cod pieces on all the Amrakians.
No, I am using, like, not to, like, spoil it, but he's getting there's 2 in the 3 Amrakian crew that I'm sending him. I have a Joy Toy and 2 Acid Rain figures going his way. So that I'm customizing.
You can't ever keep it a secret. You always have to
I know. I know,
You're
dude.
you're the worst. You'd be like, I have a secret. I just, and then you just
I'm
start
not gonna
telling
show which
about
ones they are.
until
but
next
they're-
week. Then you're like, oh, here, let me show you, and then you bust them out.
It's true.
Every
It's very
time.
true.
I'm pretty bad at secrets too, Zilla. I mean, I've been working on a gift for my son for like a year now. Or not my son, my grandson for like a year now, and like it's been so hard for me not to tell him. But I did tell his dad, and now it turns out it's not gonna happen. I'm supposed to have it by Monday. It ain't gonna be done Monday. But
It's still
and
gonna
his
be
dad,
awesome.
his father is expecting it to be there, and it's just not gonna happen. So
Just go like buy him like this like crazy Les Paul. Be like, yeah, I made this, dude. Check it out.
well, I'm just gonna go plan on buying a cheap version of it and finishing this one up and giving it to him later on. So
You're talking about the guitar, right?
yeah.
Can we say that? Can we say that out loud?
He's
Yeah,
in the
he's
chat
not
room
watching
right
this.
now. Way to ruin this.
My grandson's not watching this. No, there's no fucking way.
Can't even keep.
Anyway, yeah, it's and you're like sanding it down, doing everything, like making it.
Made it from scratch. Yes. The problem is I picked a finish that neither me or my boss knew how to do. So now we're both just figuring it out. So there's no
Gotcha.
fucking way this finish is gonna be done. I picked like this. I wanted it to be like a metal flake, like red, because he really likes red, and I thought that'd be cool. And instead of doing a red metal flake, I bought a fucking glitter spray paint, and it's the kind of shit your wife buys and like spray paints a vase, and she thinks it's gorgeous, and she puts it on the table, and then the table is full of glitter.
Oh no.
Yeah, I came home from sanding it the other day, and I had to promise my wife I wasn't at a strip club.
Oh, dude, I hate glitter. I had to put out these stupid reindeer for Christmas at work, and I pulled them out of the box, man. And I was like, dude, I look like the vampires from Twilight in the sun, and like walking, sparkling and shit. Dude, it was insane. These tiny,
out of all the Christmas cards, none of them were glitter.
Came home. It's just like, this is the skin of a killer, honey. I wasn't at
Dude,
a strip club.
Now the girls at work kept joking that they were gonna spray me for perfume. Then the old lady was gonna like wonder where the hell I was all day, covered in fucking glitter, smelling like perfume. I was at work, totally.
You were
totally at work.
Then the old lady's like, the old lady's like, when did we start hiring whores?
Well, our Christmas tree is all glitter, like top to bottom. Like that's just to make it look like whatever the fuck. So
make it look like it's trickling.
But it's like with the day that I bring it in, there's glitter everywhere. The day that I take it out, there's glitter everywhere. But in between that time, the cats like to like literally launch into the tree. Like they just jump into it. Like they don't care. Like they're diving into water. Like they're crazy. So yeah, only 2 of them actually are
They're trying to get that one. There's that one sparkle that's fucking with them. They're just like, I'm gonna get that sparkle.
They change like into like these crazy, like you would think they're like outdoor like lions or something, like
They
but
remember,
they're not, right?
They remember what the rest of the world looks like outside. It kicks off that killer instinct.
It's insane, but they're so weak. Like I'll stop my foot and they'll scatter. So it's just
That's not
they're
weakness.
all talk.
That's smart survival, man.
That's what they are. Yeah.
They're like wait until you're asleep and you start sleepwalking out into the bathroom to take a piss one day and they launch off the fucking counter. This is all just practice.
I put aluminum foil up on the counter so they don't go on it, and they like touch it and they jump. It's so funny. You guys should try it.
At least when you started with when I stomped my foot, you didn't end with they don't move anymore.
When I put them in the little grocery bag and throw them in the river, they stop moving so much.
Sometimes I get really, really, really sick of it, and I beat the bag a bunch before I throw it to the river.
Oh my god! How did it get so dark?
We here,
you guys are all
consortium, do not endorse the bagging and tossing of cats in the river, nor do we endorse stomping of cats.
No, but I think about it a lot.
Comedy purposes only. Snowflake don't listen.
You guys are like all from the DC universe, all of you. You're so dark and evil.
I mean, You want to know how it got dark in here? You guys asked the guy named Deadman to come on.
That's it.
Just
Speaking of
saying.
which, where's our host for the two,
Skelly ain't
man?
coming, dude. Skelly ain't coming.
Yeah, might be running late.
But I think he doesn't even get. I think the story works that it doesn't even close till 7. So
What is he thinking? He's like one of those friends where he's like, "I'll be there in 15 minutes," and he's a half hour away. He's that guy. He's like, "Dude, I'll be there in like 15." Like,
yeah,
but you're 30 minutes away.
He's at least the guy he might say that when he's a half an hour away, but he doesn't stop anywhere along the way.
That's true.
You know, like he's still the guy. He's still trying to do it, even though he knows it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like that. It'll be like that movie where the guy rushes to get to wherever he's going. When he gets there, like it's just ending or the event's over. It's like it's just Bjorn sitting in the parking lot chilling. And he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
If he does make it before this is over, we should at least pretend like we're about to leave as soon as he comes on.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming out. We'll see you later.
No, that's like leaving your house. Work starts at 9, and you're leaving at 9:03, trying to get there by 9. It just ain't happening.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, everybody does that. You can tell by their driving. It's like, why didn't you leave 5 minutes earlier?
Oh wait, back to what we were talking about. So in Amrex spot for next year, I want to continue on new Amrex. So that's going to be a big portion. It's going to have a bat cave. That's going to be part of it.
We were talking about that.
Yeah,
We're
way back.
Big improvements for the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before Angus left and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, everybody, Zilla realized that we weren't all talking about him, so we're going to go back to that now.
No, I was just throwing it to me so I could now pitch it to other people. I was just trying. I'm sorry. I could have talked about what were we talking about?
I thought it was cats in a bag. So I was like,
I know, but it was a little dark.
A
little dark. But so then I also have the arena that is going to be finished at some point. So we'll see.
It's nothing's ever finished, honestly, but that's the way she goes.
I'm the same way when I build a diorama, dude. Like
I don't know. I think Rad's higher than I am.
I will eventually.
I've been drinking.
Pack it up.
Sorry.
Pack it up. If you're drinking, what's that Mountain Dew?
No, I don't want to tell you. You're gonna laugh at me if I show you.
Is it fucking Fireball?
Listen, man. No, I have an IPA, but I stopped at the gas station on the way home, and this is smeared off ice smash.
Nice. Well, so what'd you get yourself? You got that for your wife, right?
No, I just wanted something like I want like a margarita, but this is the closest thing they had. But my next thing is an IPA. So,
dude, you would have been next emptying the can in the parking lot and filling it with unleaded. IPA tastes like fucking pine needles and piss.
Voodoo Ranger is coming up next, and it's from New Belgium, and my cousin actually works for the company, so it's pretty. You guys might have heard of Fat Tire beer. I don't know. I haven't drank an IPA in years, so I only did this because this was like the end of the year celebration show.
I do this every time I'm on a show. Do you want to take a shot of? You want to take a shot of whiskey with me, Zilla?
Where'd he go? Did you just call him a name and he left or something?
I did.
I'm
I didn't
going
call him a
home.
name that time. I wasn't mean to him that time. It wasn't
me.
I'm going home. The best is when somebody like makes a scene and leaves and then has to come back for their car keys or something.
They forgot to fucking turn off the screen.
It's like a fucking movie. It happened to me and my wife were at some function and some couple got into it. And she like totally like stormed out or whatever, but then it was like awkwardly walking back in like to get the keys off the counter so she could actually leave. I was like, oh man. Like I thought that only happened in movies. I was like, awkward.
Dude, when couples fight in public, man, it's fucking that shit is like it's so surreal, but it's also terrifying because you never know like how number one, how they got there, which one is gonna be the one to be the fucking lunatic that like punches the car window or something. Like it's just like as soon as people start fighting in public, I'm like, yeah, we need to go from here. Let's fucking clear out.
Well, if it's ever me and my wife, I mean, we rarely fight. We actually have a great relationship, but if we do fight in public, you won't really see the fight. You'll just see me being irritated, and then the fight continues when we get home. So I don't do that shit in public. It's not fair to anybody else. You know, like nobody needs to see that shit. It's like when I was still in bands and we would go on tour and somebody would be like, "I want to bring my girlfriend." I'm like, no.
Oh no, you don't do that.
And, well, everybody thought it was like some like nefarious reason, like you don't bring girlfriends on tour because what happens on the road stays on the road. No, you don't bring girlfriends on tour because you don't want to subject your entire band to you and your girl fighting, because if you're gonna fight 6 weeks on the road, you're gonna have a fight at least once.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna have to deal with that? No, not cool. And it's always the guy who has the girl that like tries to control their life too, that wants to bring their girl with them on tour. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that.
No, on the whiskey, I heard you. I just had my mic off. But last time I drank with you was a Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I had not a good Thursday.
Well, not a good Thursday. Good thing tomorrow is not Thursday.
Sure. So I went to this 9% New Belgium.
Nice
beer, Voodoo Ranger.
Oh, Voodoo Ranger.
IPA.
Yeah.
Hey, Deadman, what's it like to be able to see him while he talks to you on a stream?
Isn't it weird?
I usually can see Zilla. It's usually Skelly I can't see.
Yeah,
and last night when we moved over to the Toymerks thing, I don't know what was going on. Zilla wouldn't come up at all. There was a couple other people that wouldn't come up at all. But everything else worked fine. Everybody else worked fine.
Like when it switches you from in the chat to being on the show, there's like a change in audio for a second, then it goes into your headphones or whatever. I was doing that, and then my little green thing at the top of my phone was saying I was on live. You were saying all I see is a spinning screen, and I could hear you saying it, and then it would repeat what you said, repeat what you said, repeat what you said, and I was like stuck in this weird like limbo in space, man. And then I had to restart my phone, tried it like 3 more times, and I was like, all right, I'm done. And I just started taking pictures. I was like, I can't.
Well, it only seems to be happening to people that go live often.
That's like, all right, Instagram, like we're on YouTube, so fuck you, Instagram. Here's the problem: we want to use your app. You know, we want to use it. Can we please use it? Like, hey man, we just want to use what you put out. And the worst part is, after that, we could go and do a video call in Instagram Messenger and be completely fine, just like this, with 8 people I think you can have in there or something. So it's like, how come we can't go live with 4 people, but directly after that we can all link up and communicate just like this? Like, where's the glitch at?
I don't get it either. I mean, and then there's the weird thing when you're watching people's lives over there on Instagram too. When you're just watching it, the sound will like slow down and they'll talk real slow, and then they'll speed up really fast and they'll talk really funny, and it keeps doing that too. So like the only thing I can think of is that there's something going on with the live that they're trying to change. Like maybe they're trying to make the lag a little different, because it's like a 20-second lag between when you're watching it and you put something in there before somebody who's on the live can see it. So maybe they're trying to eliminate some of that lag. I don't know. There's something weird going on, and I have no idea what it is. But that's my 2 cents. That's what I think is happening. Maybe
I don't know
shit about coding or computers or any of that. Anyway,
I think
it's the fucking Hadron Collider. They fire that thing up, and time gets caught in a loop like Josh.
It's true. I was caught. I didn't know where to go. It was crazy. But but there are now, because I got the email, because I'm on this with Brad. I'm one of the I think
StreamYard.
StreamYard gave us an email, and it said that now we can link it to Instagram. So right now we could be on Instagram. You just had to set it up through your computer. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do all that. So I was gonna talk to Rad more about it, but that's a way that Skelly can go about doing the tomb, is where we can be live on YouTube, but also it links right up to his Instagram, because it just makes more sense.
I was telling him about that last night, actually, while we were on the live, because Moz Toy Box did that for the first time last week.
Okay.
Miles Toy
It
Box
worked
was
out?
live. It was live, and you could see everything, and it was going on Instagram, or you could go over to YouTube and participate.
See, and that's what I think is better is I think running it through, and I'm against using 3-party devices, 3-party apps usually, but if it makes it easier where StreamYard can be like where we can source it from, like, or be like, what am I looking for? But the
It's a central
command
location
center
used across multiple platforms in order to reach a wider audience while having a solid connection.
Thank you, Venom.
Are you a
That's why
fucking
he's here.
lawyer? Fam?
No, that's why he's here. That's why he's on shows. That's why he's on shows with me.
I work in customer service, and I have to do that every day. So
Okay.
You have to say that to customers every day.
no, but I have
that
to come up with
exact
answers like
thing. That exact line.
He has to make stupid people sound like they know what they're talking about all the time.
It's all
That's what he does
DMV
for me.
so yes.
He gets me, man. Like I'm like, bruh, bruh, bruh. And he's like, so what you're trying to say is, and I'm like, yes.
The square box goes in the square hole, whereas the round one actually does pass through the cylinder and goes in. Josh is like, yes, there
Yep.
it is.
That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to say.
Family does all the word stuff and brain thinkings and stuff.
Josh does all the picture taking.
Yeah.
I do. It's true. Sometimes. I mean, I painted the last couple days. Do you want me to show off this custom red? I mean, it's not done. It's just base painted. But yeah. So I'm working on this little guy. This is from the head is from Vial Labs. I did one before, my bubblegum guy. But this is a little bit different. But this is gonna go with the giveaway on the 8th. I don't know if we're doing Fannon's book that day or the week after, but that's coming up too. So this is just a base paint. It's a dude wearing a monkey mask.
Hold on.
Awesome.
You guys are giving away Famine's book?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're giving away Fannon's book.
I want to get in on that giveaway. I want to get that.
Let me show you. Let me show you the Timbo Toys dioramas.
Nobody cares. I'm just kidding.
Here's Red. Switch to me so I can do a plug.
Here, I'm gonna switch to Fanny first.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Do that. Keep it streaming.
That's right. Tales from the Undead. It's available on Amazon. It's also linked under all of my YouTube videos and over on my Instagram. So check that out.
Bitch.
Bitch. I like the name.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna ask you right now. Is it actually good?
It has a 4.9 Amazon rating with over 20 reviews. So
Ooh, girl.
Nice.
I'd say people seem to like it.
Maybe I'll just go buy it when I get off here. I wrote it down.
Ooh,
you see this?
Look at that.
Here.
So this is a 112 dial from Timbo. So when this door pops off, so it's just Velcroed on. And he also put a light in it. But yeah, so you got like practical stuff going on here, right? You got the light.
Oh.
And then there's like the wiring on the inside, which is not like fully done or anything, but you could add your own furniture, but there is some stuff in there. Is that
a tap light?
Yeah, dude. No, it's like the
remote control.
One of these.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and it actually looks pretty spacey too. Like it's a better one. Like see how there's like ridges and stuff. So it works, man. And like, but see how like the lighting, like the wiring to the door, and it goes over to like this power panel on this side.
Yeah.
Like there's a wire. Like, yeah. So then on the outside, it kind of continues.
Yeah.
And then
George.
So
Go ahead. So he inspired me to make this custom to go with it. Just a cool little trooper. So yeah, I used I had an extra. Awesome. I think there's a tech body. Is that tech, right? And I just cut his pouches out. I'm still like, this is like base. Like I'm not. It'll be done tomorrow, but I have so much more to do. There's gonna be wired.
What figure is that?
It's tech from the Bad Batch.
Gotcha.
Bad Batch. So just paint everything black, then did some dry brushing. There's gonna be a lot more stuff going on in the legs. There's gonna be some more stuff painted here. But yeah, so Vial Labs on the head. I did like a bubblegum one a long time ago, and it was so much fun that I got another head of it. But yeah, I just thought like this thing right here inspired me to do that. So
that's awesome.
Thank you, Timbo.
Yeah, Timbo is
right
a
here.
Comic book shop out. is.
Boom.
Yeah, he's building a
And
comic book
stickers?
shop out of one of his
And you got
figures.
Nice.
Timbo toys, and then he also sent me this. I'm not sure what all it articulates on it, so I didn't mess with it too much. But this guy's gonna be like Commander Zilla's little droid.
Yeah, fucking
So-
paint that bad boy up. Why didn't you paint that first?
I just got this open yesterday, bro. I've been
And you
working on the
busted out a
custom.
whole ass figure, and you're like,
I got excited, bro. I was like, "What am I going to shoot with this?" I was like, "I should make a custom to go with it." So
that little figure reminds me of like a little like 70s radio. Like you should totally paint it like browns and like tweed
wood panel, wood veneer on the outside.
Yeah, wood veneer on the outside. Yeah.
He also like you guys
should do it like it reminds me of a radio in like a 1950s car. You should do it on
and like
old
he
car
sent
color.
these two. Like these I bought for Amarak, but I'm gonna if he has more, I'm gonna buy another set because this is $20 and this is a cool ass vending machine.
That
and
$20 for the three of those?
2 trash cans, yeah, 2 cool and it's his own design. I haven't seen anyone else with this design, so it's his own thing.
Printed or those casts? They look 3D printed.
They're 3D printed.
Oh yeah, they're 3D printed for sure.
I think
looks like
I don't
filament.
know.
Even. Is there lines in it, Zilla?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
You can't tell because of the paint. Like it's really well hidden. Yeah, there's a little bit.
It looked like I could see lines in it.
I think he does a little bit of both though. But yeah, but I know that he does do 3D printed. But yeah, just like the cool design on this. Like if we can do just one more red, sorry. But like I just thought the design was really cool.
It's a retro futuristic looking trash can. Like
Yeah, he's definitely got a look to himself with this stuff.
Like it just sits right up to a building or wherever, like a post. Like I just think more of these would be cool. Like I don't know. I just think his style is really cool.
Reminds me of that 50s sci-fi style, like Fallout or something like that. It's got like
Yeah, I was just gonna say it looks like a headlight molding from like a 50s Cadillac.
Yeah. That's the thing too, is like you can worry about having food to feed your fucking toys, or you can worry about like little things that you'll notice in the long run, like waste baskets around places. Like that's you've got these busy streets. Like you walk down a busy street, there's like a trash can on the corner of every block. It's one of those things I forgot about.
Where your action figures they'll have to take a dump if they eat, so they can take a dump in the trash.
You can shit in the trash. I've seen that, man. I was walking through New York City, and this fucking homeless guy was trying to go to Starbucks, and they just weren't letting him into the Starbucks to use the bathroom. Apparently, he trashed the bathroom the last time he was in there or whatever because people were screaming at him. So he just straight up walked to the garbage can on the corner, dropped trowel, hung his ass in the garbage can, and took a shit right there. Just
that's awesome.
I hope he had some PP.
Somebody sent me the video of there's a girl that's she's opening up her present. Did you guys see that video? She got a PS5 or something. She's like, "Oh my god, thank you!"
Oh, and the dog took a shit right next to it.
The dog walks by, and just takes a shit, dude, and her hand hits it. Like she's like, that's so funny. Because I mean, I'm guessing like that. Here's what I'm guessing: like if a dog does that, like because I love dogs and I watch a lot of dog stuff, I'm thinking the dog is just there's so much going on around him, like sensory overload, and he's there's a lot of noise and shit, and people are filming shit, and he's like, I gotta shit, and he just because sometimes like if you ever let your dog outside and you yell to them, like you give one command, you're supposed to wait like 45 seconds for it to hit them, and they react. So, but when you have, just like with kids, when you have like 3 or 4 people telling them to stop or don't do that, they get flustered and they don't stop doing what they're doing because too many things are coming at them. So I'm thinking that's what happened with the dog. I'm trying to stick up for the dog, guys. They took a fat dump right next to the PS5.
That video is going to make them so much revenue on streaming services, fucking replays over and over again. That dog just bought her another PS5. I think they're going to be okay.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
They should get the dog a PS5 just for that.
Maybe. And then another good one. Sorry, I know we're done with Christmas, but I saw where they were at like a family Christmas and they took all the stuff out of their grandmother's house and wrapped it up and gave it to each other. And the grandma, like around like the 7th thing, she was like, "Is this all stuff from my house?" Like, because every time someone would pull something out, she's like, that's really nice. I have one like that." Like all these crazy comments. Dead Man looks really bored. I'm sorry, Dead Man. That's where I was going. Anyway, that's all my Christmas stuff. I'm done.
Hey Stark, if you take a shit right now, we might go viral, bud. So if you got to poop,
too many.
Now's the time. Now's the time to do it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now's the time to do it.
What are you drinking on?
Buffalo Trace.
Ooh, I just got done with my Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, I love me some Buffalo Trace. It's like the best of the middle shelf, and it's probably my favorite. Period.
Monkey Shoulder's pretty decent too. They're pretty similar in taste, but
Monkey Shoulder, Monkey Shoulder is fucking Scotch. This is
it?
Two
I thought it was.
things.
Oh, I thought it was whiskey. It is, isn't it? I think you told me this the last time I was saying how awesome it was. Malt Scotch whiskey. It's still a whiskey. So, Monkey Shoulder. This is brought to you by Monkey Shoulder. Use promo code WMC and save $0.
It's got a smoky flavor to it that bourbon doesn't have. I got a bottle of Monkey Shoulder too. I might have finished it. I don't know.
Ooh, smells good.
It is good stuff.
I'm stone sober because I've got to get up super early in the morning tomorrow, but I would be having Deadhead rum. Were I not today? It's been a while. Yeah, absolutely. The bottle is a shrunken head.
You're a fucking pirate, aren't you? Drinking rum and shit. You're like a space pirate.
Space pirate, yeah. Space cowboy, space pirate.
Would he by chance be an ice pirate?
No.
What?
Ice pirate?
Yeah. Have you guys not seen that movie, Ice Pirates?
Yes.
No.
I know what he's talking about.
I figured Brad's old enough. You know.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Brian?
This is probably one of the best movies ever.
What?
I don't know about that.
I'm kidding.
You know, I thought it was a good movie because I was a kid when I watched it for the first time, and I watched it again a couple years back with my wife, and I was just like, I'm so sorry that I thought we had to watch this movie.
You know, it's a great movie.
You gotta watch it.
We talk about this every toy episode, but you know, great movies, a great movie, underrated. I think you guys probably have all seen it, but Reign of Fire, man, that's like one of the best movies.
I like it.
Yep, Van Zandt was shit, man.
I like that movie. You know what is a great movie that not enough people have seen is Meet the Feebles.
Never heard of it. Is it shit?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with us?
No, it's a great movie. Look it up, watch it, and then thank me or unfollow me after you watch it.
I feel like that's made up.
No, it's a real movie. It's a Peter Jackson movie, actually.
All right, that's sold me on watching it. You should have led with it, the Peter Jackson movie.
Yeah, dude.
And I would have watched it, but then you fucking hit me with and then you hit the F note for feeble, and I was like, he's gonna say Fockers. No, sir, you came at me with this fucking sounds like an imaginary movie. Then you had to rope me in with Peter Jackson after the fact. So
yes, it is a Peter Jackson movie. It's before Lord of the Rings, and boy, is it before Lord of the Rings. Meet the Feebles is awesome. See, Lord of Thane knows.
Have you seen?
I don't know. Has anyone seen this one?
Oh yeah.
Another great
dude, I need an action figure with a fucking lawnmower fucking strapped to his chest, dude. I need that in my life.
What about
if
Time
only you
Bandits?
knew several people who can make that.
Yeah. No, not at all.
You say Time Bandits? I've never seen Time Bandits. Have you guys ever seen The Divide? That's pretty
Time
good.
Bandits is good. I've never seen the Divide. But I used to like go to sleep for Time Bandits like over and over and over again, like for 2 months straight. I used to watch that movie as I went to sleep.
Damn it. Have you seen The Divide? You look like you've seen it.
I feel like I know the name. I'm just trying to remember what the movie's about. Why don't you?
It has Peter Petrelli's in it. What's his name? Viggo
Mortensen?
Mortensen?
No.
Viggo the
Peter Petrelli. Peter Petrelli, from Heroes. What's his name? I forget his name. The main character, the main guy.
There were fucking 7 of them.
Isn't his name Peter Petrelli in the show? And
I
his
don't know
brother's
why you just
Nathan?
keep shouting out Peter
No,
Petrelli.
I
No one
know.
knows what you're talking
I know
about.
who you're talking. I know. I don't know the actor, but I know the character you're talking.
He was on This Is Us on NBC.
He's the guy with the scar on his chin, right, or whatever.
His brother's like a governor, right? He's Nathan Petrelli on the show.
It would not be a World Makers Consortium episode without Josh referencing This Is Us to try and explain something to me.
You mean the best show ever on TV? No, it just happened to have a lot of people in it. Mandy Moore. So anyway, The Divide. It's a movie post like there's like a big bomb that goes off. These people are all living in the shelter of this their apartment complex, like in the shelter thing. There's like radiation outside, and it's like seeping through, and it's getting to them. Yeah, it's insane. You shouldn't watch it. It's bad.
So, Rad, how many people did we lose from watching us now while Zilla was talking about that?
Hey, wow, 2.
Maybe a couple. Definitely a couple. I thought
Zilla's like 2. I watched it happen.
Yeah. 2. Don't you say anything else, you dirty liar.
Look at that snowflake fucking shrimped over there on the bed, just all curled up.
1.75 because the one person didn't leave till partway through.
That's what people come here for, is the snowflake for the ratings.
Someone did ask to see Snowflake earlier, but I was like, I think I missed it.
Well, you should have let me know. I could have asked her. Now she's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up.
Put her right up. Ah! Scare everyone with a big white fluffy cat.
I have a question for Rad. Did you get a HISS tank?
I did not get a classified HISS tank because right when that was like funding, I was like just I had a couple figures, but I didn't have a whole bunch at the time. And then as soon as that funded, I was like all in. But I'm pretty happy with my 3D printed one. I'm gonna eventually like do up like a nice little row of 3 or 4 of them and do like a bigger scale diorama. But no, that was right at the point. It sucks because I missed out on like Serpentor and like a few of the other really cool ones. And now Serpentor is like, I think on Amazon Canadian, he's $250. Like
that's disgusting.
They've got
I ordered 2 of those.
They're gonna redo it. They'll re-release it. It
They'll
was
have a different color gold or something.
He just won't have the air chariot or whatever, which is, I mean, you don't need that shit. They'll redo it. I'm sure they will.
What were you gonna say to Stipend?
I was gonna say I bought 2 Serpentors right away. Because I was helping out a buddy that like just couldn't get one at the time. And then as I like watched the prices like climb, I'm like, oh dang, that was like a really big favor, I guess.
Yeah, man. No, I just got into it I just got into after all that, like the cool first stuff. I've gone back and gotten a lot of it now, but yeah, I don't know. Just kind of picking and choosing. But yeah, most of the new figures I'm all in, man. I'm like, holy shit. They're just cranking.
To the point where they're doing a few that are kind of I know there was one that was like a modern character, and they've done like a few sublines where it's like
Shooter is a modern character.
What's that?
Shooter was a modern character.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Helix also.
Which is a great name for G.I. Joe. Like, why no fucking G.I. Joe was called Shooter before? Come on.
I guess, yeah. It makes perfect sense. But no, they're just hammering that stuff out. But it makes you wonder, like, because they're saying like the toy sales have dropped like 30-40% or whatever they're talking about, and then Hasbro and everybody's just like completely axing everybody, like a lot of creative people too, and it's just like,
dude, it's fucked up. I mean, that whole situation is fucked. I hate Hasbro with a fucking passion.
Didn't they? Wasn't the people who they released like Dungeons and Dragons teams?
Yes,
though?
they released art people from Dungeons and Dragons, but the job posting to replace them uses all kinds of like wording that basically says we need you to touch up art and adjust it and blah blah blah. And what it is they're going to use AI generated images and then hire somebody who's good with Photoshop to clean it up, fix the hands, and use that for their artwork so they can replace an entire art department. It's disgusting.
It
And
is disgusting.
everybody goes,
Okay.
oh, well, AI is here to stay. It's the way forward. Congratulations. Just cost 1,000 jobs with stolen artwork because, it's the way forward and we all accepted it.
And yeah, no shit. A lot of people embraced it. And another thing that sucks about that is, so their CEO made fucking what was it, like it was like $9 million last year.
Disgusting amount of money. Yeah.
$9 million.
Multiple CEOs across like the brands, like it.
One
down.
fucking guy made $9 million last year, and instead of saying, you know what, I don't need to make 9 million next year, I need to make 13 million next year, he fired a bunch of people.
Yep.
What kind of fucking dude? I mean, this is the world we've always lived in. But
yeah,
here it is now, and the toy community is feeling that. I mean, I don't want my figures being designed by fucking AI. Well, apparently they're going to stop making figures in the future too, from what I hear. I don't know if that's true, but whatever. We don't have to talk
they
about
already
that.
started with Lightning Collection, but I don't know if they never actually came out and said publicly, like, confirmed that they weren't doing Lightning Collection. They're just on hiatus, but they never even said they're on hiatus. It's really weird. Like, officially, they never.
It won't be on hiatus long.
No. You got to remember too, everything that they've announced, even coming up into like almost next summer, was all designed like a year or two ago. So who knows?
Or more. Yeah.
Who knows what's even coming after that? They can get rid of everybody. They already own their like intellectual property. Make all these toys for like say the next year and a half, and then just all of a sudden be like, we're just like there'll be like 10 figures a year. There'll be 4 figures a year. None at all. Like. They don't have to make stuff if it's not making.
And I mean,
stuff.
They can scab out the work too. They can literally have people that are just temps that come in and do a little bit of work here and there, or call it, pro bono work where they come in and design, 15 figures for the year and that's it. And they only have to pay them a quarter of what they were paying a full-time hire.
Well, that's kind of like there's a lot of data for that right now. Is those jobs went away, and between the AI and just independent contractors, it's so much easier for them because they don't need to worry about a full-time employee that needs to stay working. It's just like, well, here's some work.
Or, needs health insurance and could potentially get sick or whatever. Like they just said, fuck it, let's.
But a company like Hasbro, you got to think about it. Like they're not hiring someone to do a complete sculpt. They've got the bucks, so they can use those bucks into infinity. They're hiring a guy to come in and sculpt.
They have.
Maybe a little, do a little couple little accessories or a cape or something. Okay, we need you to sculpt these parts. Here's your money. Go away. We use the Bucky Cap body, and then we've got a whole new figure here. Like that's all. They've just built themselves up to a point now where they can just coast it out.
Well, those tooling libraries are massive now because if you think about Classified, that started like what was that? That was like 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at least.
So they're already like 140 figures in. Or more.
Yeah, and you do see it like now that you're I don't know if it's you're older or whatever, but you'll get a figure and be that's friggin' Dusty's pants on Nunchuck or whoever,
Well,
like you
see that was even more to their benefit because that's a line that flourished based on retools and repaints. Like by 1994, there's guys that are like V7.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about those lines, like especially superheroes. Like, what do you need for superhero? Usually, like a skin tight outfit. You can paint it any color you want, and then the GI Joe, it's like it's guys wearing like army stuff. So, like, we've got the molds. Like, yeah, they're set now. They don't need the creator. They don't feel that they're gonna need that creative talent to drive them forward anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they're not putting out like premium fucking stuff. Like all the stuff that we talk about is your like most basic toy. If I get a Marvel Legend or Lightning Collection and Black Series, like in G.I. Joe, like G.I. Joe is actually one of the better out of all of them as far as like accessories and details and stuff like that. But the Bucks and stuff, like they're just basic fucking figures. Like now, if you get a Mayfix and we're having these issues, then we have a problem. You know what I mean? Like if you're paying that extra money, but for the price point, yeah, they might fluctuate by $5 here and there, even with McFarlane. But like I don't know, it's just these are basic toys, and like a lot of the QC issues and stuff like that. I'm just like, just paint it yourself. Like it's like
Yeah, but
pretend
if
like this is just your basic thing.
I've
sure,
got
Well, that's
now where some of
you
those
know
things
that was
to experiment with.
the thing about it is it was really easy for the entire community to accept the fact that these are basic toys when they were $20. Now they're $25. Sometimes they're $30.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a little bit different now. And I know times have changed, but you know what? The price of milk didn't go up that much. The price
Yeah,
of
and
gas
but
didn't even go up that
living
much.
did.
you can say that you cut $1,000 or 1,000 people, and it's real great for shareholders. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't have any fucking stocks in Hasbro. And when a figure is $30 for a deluxe figure, and all it does is include 2 extra heads, something's not adding up. The math's not mathing. You can't tell me the company's doing record profits, the CEO's making all this money hand over fist, it's great, and then tell me I gotta paint something because they slipped back on quality and they're charging me more. Something's got to give across that
Well,
line.
because they sit in that space where they're not. They're trying to say they're not for collectors when they're totally geared towards collectors, but they can still paint it for a kid to play with. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to hit all those details because they don't have to. Like we're still gonna buy it because it's there.
The thing about it is, well, you don't really hear people complaining about this in either Transformers or in the GI Joe thing. But the thing is they own those licenses. They don't have to pay out any of that. What we're really lacking is in Star Wars and especially Marvel Legends. And I guarantee you that Marvel Legends license is fucking costing them out the fucking ass. It's probably so much that they probably don't even want it anymore.
They wouldn't need it. I mean, maybe. I mean, they still have $1 billion homes.
look what's going on now. Hasbro is testing the waters with McFarlane. He's going to start doing those page punchers. You think if it doesn't go well, you couldn't see McFarlane doing Marvel Legends down the road? I
hope not.
I think you totally could, man. Or even Star Wars or anything like that. Like right now,
as far as I know, when that contract got renewed, just within the past 3 years, they analyzed that the Star Wars contract is so expensive, Mattel is the only one who could afford it, and it will not be better than what they're putting out now.
No, right. Mattel is not got it.
Mattel. They're elite WWE figures though. I mean, they're still not Jazzwares AEW, but their elite WWE stuff isn't bad. Like from Mattel, like that's crazy.
But that's the flip side. Is that the measure? It's not bad. Oh, it's they say it's for.
It's not as good as Jazzwares. Like,
and I'll be the first to admit it. Like I buy the Jurassic from Mattel. Those figures, the humans are not as good as what Hasbro produces for their 1/18 scale figures, human, alien, or otherwise. The dinosaurs, better quality than say the Dewback. But when's the last time we got a fucking Dewback?
15 years.
When's the last time we got a big beast of burden that a figure rides on? When's the last time we got a full-size vehicle for $25 that people want that's actually detailed? Like, you can't.
Those days are over from Hasbro, man. That's not going to happen from Hasbro.
Yeah.
I think with Mattel, though, I really do like their Masterverse and New Eternia line, man. That's like
it's very McFarlane-esque. They could go hand in hand with McFarlane as far as I'm concerned. It's just as good as that.
The material's nicer though. Like McFarlane has that weird like.
I don't think so.
Hey, be easy.
I think it's a case-by-case basis because at this point I'm caught up on Masterverse, but I have like a majority of it. I have all the classics. I have all the vintage stuff, and like for the price point, especially when you get it on sale, like that's like good stuff. But again, that they own that, so there's not really anybody to answer to.
I mean, Hasbro owns Power Rangers, and I was expecting huge things when it came. I was like, when I heard that they bought Power Rangers outright, I was like, the Zords the Zords are going to be insane because they do Transformers, and then they put out the shittiest version of Megazords, and I'm like, what the hell, Hasbro? You had this crazy. They have the Ascension ones and stuff, which I've never messed with, so I can't say what those are like. But yeah, when it comes, I was just like, man, like I don't know. I was hoping, I had big expectations.
It's becoming for a lot of these properties that they're scooping up, make the most amount of money with the minimal effort that they can.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, for a business, like if you're purely looking at it from a business perspective, absolutely, that's the way to do it. But when you're a person that's buying the product and has been invested in their product for years, it's quite fucking disheartening to see the quality go down while they continue to make record profits and now fire people in mass layoffs so that they can bring in people to use what is quite literally stolen content to produce money-making items for them, and then we pay for it. Like, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, with the Haya and GI Joes.
Yeah,
I don't know. The pictures look. Yeah, the pictures look great. I've had many of Haya. I just don't like the way they move, but I do have a few because they have, they close it. They close that chap. They can only do certain ones. I don't know. I don't know if they'll be better than.
I hot glue mine in place so they don't move around on the shelves. I don't want them walking around my room.
I sent you a Haya. I sent you a RoboCop.
You did.
Well, half of a RoboCop is all ripped fire.
And he hot glued it in place, so it would so you didn't have RoboCop running around.
This guy gets too excited. You see how he's looking up here? I think it's because of all the lights. He likes sitting up here and looking at stuff.
All of the lights.
He's probably looking for the other. He's probably looking for the other half of RoboCop.
Oh, that's a big ass comment. You can't put a comment that long, Bob Federer.
Oh my God!
From what I've heard, those Haya Joes are. Oh, damn it! Adrian, mess it up. Devastation. Come on. Allowed to be sold in Asia. Thank you. You guys can all see it now.
Yeah, those aren't sold anywhere here, I don't think.
That is true. You can still get them. You just have to get them from overseas retailers. So therefore they cost more than Joe's, and they're smaller.
Or Amazon.
And they look the same. I mean, there's something going on with that license where they have to do exactly. They can only do what Hasbro's already done, and it has to look just like their figures. I haven't seen anything they've done look different.
Dude, take a look at that Cobra Trooper. That Cobra Trooper's fucking leagues above what Hasbro's doing.
All right, so Die Hard just said that he has the new ones. How are they compared to the other Haya stuff? I had a lot of DC stuff and Predator stuff.
Yeah, I've got some of the Predators. I like them. Like, I don't know, a couple.
Jump in here, bro. Jesus, come on, man. It's our celebration of the year. Sorry, Rad. Go ahead.
Oh no, no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
My only complaint about the Haya Joes is that their legs look like they're too long. They look stretchy or something, but maybe that's the images I saw. Maybe someone stretched them out, but
I'd like
a little bit better.
I'd like to be able to get some in hand so I can have my opinion of them. But it's like,
yeah,
they look a lot like.
Broken a few.
Oh really?
But yeah, just moving them. Well, I like to pose a shit. I mean, I do have the Aquaman. The Injustice Aquaman was pretty good. I mean, I was able to pose him. Still lacking in the hands though. Like he can't even hold his little fork thing. What's it called?
Trident. Jesus, his fork.
His fork thing.
Can't hold his fork anymore.
Ocean fork.
His big meatball sticker. Yeah. Ocean fork. That's so good.
His ocean fork. He uses it to roll up the seaweed.
No, for fuck's sake.
It's worth a $25 investment. Fuck. I mean, it's worth it. Yeah, Adrian, they're a little bit fragile.
Rad, to your point, you were saying that the legs appeared long. They did shoot a lot of those in the low angle, high shot hero pose to make them look more. I think they did it just to make them look more larger than life and sell them. Because if you go and look at the pictures of the Cobra Trooper, it's a more toy photography based set of pictures than it is a product shot where they shoot down and up at the figure. They actually shoot sideways, at them, shoot above down, so you see the figure in a more realistic looking way.
It's called top down.
These are more straight on pics, but they remind me of just a lot of the 25th Joes for sure.
That angle that Famin's talking about, I use it every time I shoot this fucking Batman figure with the giant head, because it makes his head appear smaller. So it's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many?
Then you could also do the was it the Dutch crop? What's it called? Damn it, I forgot it. Dutch angle.
Dutch
angle.
Damn it. What the fuck is?
I almost always shoot at an angle to where I have to end up shooting a Dutch angle, because I just get everything I want in frame, and then I take the photo and I crop it after.
As Mike always says from Insightful Imagery, you only shoot the Dutch angle when you're in an action type moving pose, and I do it all the time when people are just standing there.
No,
like,
what is the Dutch angle?
No, I hear Mike in my head. I hear Maz. I hear PL. I hear 1-6 shoot Trevor in the back of my head. Like, all these people talking while I'm shooting. I'm like, yeah.
What is a Dutch angle?
It's just when you turn it a little bit. It's like ACBA, old ACBA.
This is a Dutch angle.
Gotcha.
What is?
He tilted his camera.
What are you doing?
It's not strictly an ACBA thing. That is a photography thing.
Yeah, that's
but
it's an old photography thing.
Where I learned it was in ACBA. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't mean to offend the fucking photography community.
I don't know. That sounded racist. I thought we were gonna get canceled.
Hey, I'm not racist at all, but
those damn white Dutch
communities are like losing it right now. They're like,
I'm not racist at all, but Canadians. Can we talk about those fucking people?
We just lost 3% of our viewers because they were Dutch, Zilla.
Damn it.
He said a Dutch crop.
It's a tank top.
That's never gonna go away from me. Oh god.
Then they can
same.
Pull up Justin's comment there, because I want to ask him something about it, but I want everybody else to take a look at it. Integrating off-brand world figures into his world for custom for Final Faction, delivery of the world's smallest ET. Are you going to be using them in a Star Wars setup because they're considered canon, or is this going to be something for your own? It's awkward.
Adrian keeps talking. Adrian, Devastation just needs to jump in here.
Josh is making it hard. See, you're making it hard. I don't want him to jump on camera if it's hard.
No.
Girl, you know it's true.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, Famine. We don't need that here.
Yeah. Uncalled for.
Well, I mean, as long as you keep, just keep it off camera.
Or make it tasteful with good lighting. I've seen Adrian's lighting.
Make it tasteful with good lighting. Yeah, don't forget your tangible crops and cutouts and all that shit. Let's go fully ACBA if you got to bring your heart onto the station.
Yeah,
use some bounce cards.
A couple of people who got the Senate pods and picked up some little ETs and had Jesus Christ. Had ET setups in their Senate chamber because they're in the movie. So I was just curious if that's what you were doing.
Are we doing shirts off? Is that what you said?
Off, boys.
I'm serious. I'll do it.
I know you
I got
will.
VR troopers. I got VR troopers today. We are VR. I'm sorry. I think the alcohol is getting to me.
I think so too. Last year my son found this figure case full of VR troopers, and he thought it was mine, which was hilarious because I was never into VR troopers. And I was like, "Those were your toys. I know because I bought them for you."
I was gonna say, where did he find this figure case that he was like, "Is this yours?" Like he's in his store and just ripped it off
in the back of his closet.
Shirts off. We're doing it. We're doing it.
No, you're doing it.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Somebody
yeah,
has
that's what
someone has to wear the merchandise for the store. Sorry, got to do it right here.
That's true. I'm getting mine in. Mine was shipped out today. Is
Just
this
give me
something
a
making
sec.
you uncomfortable, Dead Man? Are you okay with it?
Did you
Well,
did you
I'm fine with it.
did you get
Go right ahead.
stickers, Josh, so you could use them as pasties?
What?
Did you get stickers so you could use them as pasties?
I did not. So I ordered over $100 so I get free shipping. Then you guys were like, "Oh, yeah, stickers and everything." I was like, "I thought we could only get shirts. I didn't realize there's hoodies and all the stuff I would have bought." So I'll have to wait. But I still have to get stuff off the Toymerk site because there's a bunch of put it back. Because it's our festival. It's our big show. It's the end of the year show. So shirts off.
So take your shirt off. Get your titties sucked.
Get your titties sucked.
Take a shot of whiskey with me, Zilla, for Christ's sake. I know you got a bottle under the desk.
Not doing it.
Come on,
No.
don't be a pussy.
I drank a Smirnoff little thing in this 9% New Belgium, and this definitely worked. It's a Voodoo Ranger, so that'd be a cool thing to put in the world, like that color scheme. Like just throw this bottle in there somewhere.
You know, Redeemer made a custom figure that looked a lot like that, and he actually ended up getting Voodoo Brewing or whatever to feature his feature. Well, anyway, they featured his photo with that figure on their page on Instagram.
Oh, shoot,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Don't they have a Voodoo Ranger like a figure?
They do. They did make a figure. Yeah.
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 I didn't know that.
I know Redeemer had one already, and he's like, just showed it to him, and they used it.
Aegis Station has one.
Yeah.
You're just drinking that right out of the bottle like a fucking wow.
Like a gentleman.
God. His stomach is fucking steel, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's funny that it's so crazy right now because you're drunk. You see me do that every fucking week, so.
I know, but like he just gets up and goes to work. Like he'll be messaging me a few hours later, like he's fine.
Well, usually I eat right after. I usually eat right after the tomb, so it totally like sobers me up a little.
That's insane.
I can't do that. Yeah, I gotta water in between my drinks. I don't. My ass ain't able to drink the way I used to. That's for goddamn sure.
That's because you slowed down. I never did.
That's and I fell in love with like craft cocktails. I like the process of making them. I love the process of like, making my own syrups and blends and things like that. Juicing the fruit myself. So like my drinks take construction.
You
right?
Fruit yourself.
Squeezing the juice from the fruit myself.
The first drink that I had, the one I was drinking from this was it had freshly squeezed orange juice and apple juice in it, and it was nice with the whiskey. But yeah, that's just the beginning, dude. After that, it's done.
It's nice, but it doesn't take away the shake. So we had to fucking move right to the bottle.
You guys both have done. You guys have both done like. Well, I don't know, fam. You've worked kitchen, but have you done like? You guys are both like. You have crazy palates too. So like that might affect the way, they putting the orange in there and stuff. I would never even think of that stuff.
Oh, orange and bourbon is super good. So is apple.
There's a
Ranger tonight. I'll put on my helmet. I have one more helmet still from the day back in the day.
Zilla, I need you to go turn your camera off and come back in full fucking gear.
I don't think
full Ranger gear. Good.
Put on your Zentai suit and get back here.
Do it, Zilla.
Whoa, hey, nobody's masturbating on tonight's show. Come on, we're trying to get monetized here. Jesus Christ.
I'm putting my shirt back on.
It's the same one you had on the floor.
What do you want to change shirts?
We wanted you to put on your Sentai suit.
Yeah.
I was going to put on my hockey jersey. I had a Mighty Ducks jersey. No.
No, Zilla, it's morphin' time. Come on.
Mm-mm.
Bring it. Come on. It's the last show of the year, Zilla. Do it.
No, I do have I have both my daggers, but I have my
all right.
Saber-tooth tiger dagger.
Chat, do you want to see Zilla come back to the camera?
I'm not suiting up.
In the morphin' suit or not?
No. I'm not suiting
Come
up.
on, chat. It's pure pressure time, chat. Put it in there. Ledzilla,
suiting
no.
up, sir.
You need to see that.
Not suiting up. Not doing it. All that stuff is out in the garage, so it's not happening.
But have you considered what would happen if you did suit up?
No.
Okay.
Dude, when you
I
said
do have
squeezing,
this.
when Famous said squeezing the juice, I had horrible Polly Shore flashbacks, man. Holy
Yeah, I can do. So I was the Yellow Ranger at New York City Comic Con, and I was like the
Yellow
biggest.
Ranger. Isn't Yellow Ranger a girl?
Yeah, for dumb people that only watch Power Rangers, but I was the Sentai version.
Yeah,
And the
Sentai.
guys.
So you died in the first episode?
No, so did you guys ever notice that they're like in the American footage, which is the same footage from Japan, is the Yellow Ranger doesn't have a skirt because it's a guy in the Sentai version, and his character name is Boy. And he actually comes back and plays another character. The actual actor comes back later on and plays a character that was in I think like Super Mega Force or something recent, Ninja Steel. He came back and played like the space sheriff, which I was jacked about because it was the same actor. Anyway, I was one of the first like male Yellow Rangers at New York City Comic Con, and there's a bunch of other dudes that do it, but yeah, so I had these cool daggers made.
Yeah,
well, all the cool Rangers were taken when I joined the group too. They're like, "Oh, we already got a green," and you know.
When I was
like,
a kid, I know it's not a prerequisite.
It went Fight Club rules to get the Green Ranger, man.
I know it wasn't a prerequisite
white.
for a female ranger to have breasts, but when I was a kid, I always noticed that, like, number one, there was no skirt, and number two, whenever they morphed, like, it was looked like a male body under there. But you know, I was 8, 9 years old, so it didn't super matter. But that's just something that always stuck out to me. And then eventually, when I started to look into Sentai and find out what it was really based on versus the American shows, and I was like, oh shit, it was a male. Like it was a male character, and from there it just.
Well, and to think too, it was Stan Lee that tried to bring it over in the '60s, and they were like, "No, that's a stupid idea. That'll never make money. That'll never do anything." And then they bring it over. Would that be like late '80s, like '89, '90?
Yep.
First Power Rangers.
Yeah. I think it was like 91 or 93. Yeah, but and they've been going strong for 30 years now. And then Hasbro has it now, and we don't know what's going on next, right? So it's cool. Thanks, Hasbro, motherfuckers. No, so so what the whole thing was with Rangers was always they had martial artists, gymnastic, mixed martial artists. They were always the people that they would pick, and then they would teach them how to act. What Hasbro is doing is teaching the actors. They're getting actors and teaching them how to do like these other things, acrobatics and things like that. So it's kind of cool that they went.
You're getting actors and trying to make them into toys.
No, they're teaching them how to do martial arts
for the show. I'm saying, like, because Hasbro owns everything. They own. When the toy license came up, Hasbro at that point in time, you can also buy the company if you want to. So Hasbro bought not only the toy license but also the company, and I'm pretty sure Saban still sits on the board, but it's a Hasbro owned company now, so they own Power Rangers.
I think that once they really get AI into the Power Rangers show, we'll really get some remarkable products of like used footage made up from other footage from other Sentai, and they'll just be able to make shows that way. They won't even have to get the actors, so that'll be cool.
That's not cool. AI is taking over, dude. It's gonna be so bad. This show will not be here in like 5 years. It's gonna be versions of us.
It's gonna be holograms of us
from the 30 episodes and just be like, we can just make our own show now.
Yeah, we don't even have to, like, we'll just say what we want to talk about in Friday's episode. And if I'm not able to make it or I just want to paint something, it'll just be a version of me high and shit. Like, hey guys,
in YouTube's defense, because I do keep up with this stuff, because I would like to make YouTube a career if the opportunity's there. I can't guarantee it'll happen. But I keep up on things, and they are actually cracking down on deepfakes, AI software that replicates voices. They're cracking down on ChatGPT written scripts for videos and things like that. Like they're actively trying to keep it a creator space instead of a overrun, basically like a crap service of everybody makes an AI channel because they can versus a creator space that people make channels. They're even going so far as to like crack down on AI thumbnails. Yeah.
Stoneball.
It'd be crazy. No, I Kamen Rider, and yeah, I love all the Super Sentai. So, yeah, there's like I got Zombie up on my shelf from I forget the name of the shit. So yeah, Kamen Rider X. I don't remember. Yeah, I like all of it. Obviously, this is a Metal Heroes Virtual VR Troopers. They were actually Metal Heroes before they were ever brought to America. So, which is way better. And
Metal Heroes, that sounds fucking awesome.
Okay, nerd.
And the toy company TOEI, I think that's how they say it. But yeah, they had like Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, all that stuff, and
You know what's
it was way
even
better.
better than all that stuff is Kakaida.
I don't know what that is.
I think you made that up.
No, it's the first one. Look it up.
It sounds like a sauce for chicken nuggets.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on Secret Galaxy. He did a little documentary thing about Super Sentai and Power Rangers, and he mentioned that in it.
Kakaida is the first one.
Yeah.
See, that sounds made up too.
It's not though. It's
I'm
not.
fucking with you. Jesus Christ.
You guys can think Power Rangers are the end all be all of all of it, but it wasn't.
I don't.
Sorry,
I
man.
don't think that. That's just what I was into. My kid also liked this. So
That's the vibe I was picking up. I was picking that up.
What about Ultraman?
Yeah, I do like Ultraman. I just haven't seen a lot of it.
Has anybody seen Shin Ultraman came out already, right? They released that in the theater. Yeah, I haven't gotten to see that yet.
Neither of us.
Yeah, I don't want to grow hot is absolutely correct. He said, pretty sure good guys always got split up in VR Troopers because the source material was 2 different shows that they're trying to splice it all together. It's crazy if you go back and watch that shit now. You're like, oh wow, I see exactly where they that was shot here. That was shot in Japan.
They changed the actresses in the middle of it was Beetleborg. They had to change the main actress in the middle of the series. And essentially they were like, there's a magic spell that we use. So her parents will always see her as their little girl, but she's clearly a fucking whole different person. And like, they like went leaps and bounds over to like navigate around it. It was fucking, it was crazy.
This is making me want to watch this Beetleborg show.
It's not good.
Flabber, who was like fucking Jay Leno in makeup.
I remember that. That's like the one thing I remember because you guys. I don't know how old all you guys are, but I heard Famine say earlier he was like 8 or 9 when all this shit was happening. I was like 24.
I'm only 12 now. Yeah, you're a fucking grandpa, so I don't want to hear it.
It was a little different for me.
You're not that old. You're just the oldest guy in the room, and usually it's Rat because he's old as shit. No.
Yeah.
He's only got like 5 or 6 years on me.
I casually like to describe my age as old as dirt.
I'm getting there, man. I'm starting to feel it anyway.
No doubt.
Once you start to feel it, you never stop, Zilla.
Yeah, never.
Well, I had back surgery when I was 17, almost 18, so I've had like a lot of nerve damage. So I'm pretty good with the pain. I'm alright with it. But THC definitely helps. I have these new edibles that are for joint pain and inflammation and all that nerve stuff. So those help out.
Zilla, can you say anything that doesn't sound like a commercial?
No, I can't. I was say the AI version. Every company. The AI version of me is gonna be like, hey guys, make sure you check out Toy Squad Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got myself, we got Rad Toys, Famine Studio, Eddie, Outer Multiverse, KL Toy Box, and also sometimes Morphonauts. And Wednesday night, be on Skeleton's Tomb, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Dead Man and Skeleton Collectibles. Friday night is World Makers Consortium with Rad Toys, hosted on Rad Toys YouTube, Rad Toys Galaxy, and with co-host Famine Studios, who also does a live on Tuesday night, usually around 8 o'clock.
Woo!
So
gonna be my
Dylan,
AI.
do you practice this in the mirror like with like a brush, like a teenage girl singing along to like Taylor Swift or something?
No, but I
Like-
never want to say it. Like I don't want to be fake when I say shit, but I don't want to be like, hey guys, make sure you tune in tonight. It's gonna be real cool. Family's probably gonna paint some shit. You know what I mean? I'm always like, hey guys, make sure you check out da 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 da. Like I don't know. It's
Well,
stupid.
you're a naturally enthusiastic person. That's one of the things I
Sometimes.
like about you is dude.
Unless we go negative, then I'm like a bitch.
When
so
you get excited about something, though, you have the same enthusiasm as when you talk about a show coming up. So it feels genuine to me. It doesn't feel fake. Where I know people who are very morose and very like, this is how they talk all the time. And even when they're like talking about something exciting, but as soon as they get on the camera, they're, hey, everybody, what's going on? It's fucking, so-and-so. We're doing this today. And,
yeah, that
like,
and radio too. Because I remember like when I was doing radio, and I started doing like a radio voice, and the guy who was like the main guy for the morning show, he's like, "Stop it! Don't do that." So I'd be like, "Hey guys, welcome back to the Hit Music Channel, 102.5 WIOG," and I'd be like that shit, and he'd be like, "Just talk, man." He's like, "That sounds so bad." Like, hey guys,
What the hell's up here?
it was so bad.
I know. Zilla asked me and Skelly to do a little short video for the last tomb, and I was just like, what? And so I was like, I like toys. We're all fucking nerds. Basically, that was all I said. So then I was like, oh, I'll make the video. I'll cut it all together.
And it was 60
Because we
seconds,
are
40
fucking
seconds
nerds,
of me talking. Like you cut yourself way out of the video that you made. So I was like, hey guys, have you ever wanted to be on the Dead Man's Life? Wow. Skeleton's Tomb. So it was fun, man. I tried doing it. I tried doing promos as much as we can because who else is going to promo for us? You know what I mean?
Honestly, I tried to cut myself into that video more, but it was just more fun the way it ended up.
And Skelly's so fucking straight and basic sometimes. It's like, dude, like one time he did a thing, he's like, hey guys, you're like, holy shit. He's alive.
About it.
You know, the thing is he did it in his space late at night too, so it's like girls like in bed. So I had to turn
his
shit up so loud in that video. Because he was all like, hey guys, just so you know, in the tomb next week we're gonna be
Wait, no. It's your boy. He does that every time.
That's true.
Every time.
Where
I'm
is
gonna shit on him unless he shows up. By the way, this is all things I would say in front of Skelly. He's the best at taking.
Does anybody here have the ability to message Skelly right now and say, where the fuck are you?
I don't.
I'll go see
I have to leave. Rad's on it. Rad's producing the shit out of this. Look at him.
Yeah.
His producer chair.
Yeah, he's putting everybody to put something in the chat up for just long enough for us to notice and not read it. Producing the shit out of this. Too worried about his canoe. That canoe's getting pretty old.
He is also the producer of Toy Squad. Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
it's true.
In case anyone's wondering,
what a resume I have accumulated so far.
Hey.
Are you going to produce?
Somebody else has. Somebody has access to help out a bit, but he won't. He just sits in the middle of the screen at the top up there.
You're talking about me? No, I've tried. You saw when I tried. It went to shit, man. Everything crashed, bro. We were both there. We saw it happen. It's the first episode of Toy Squad. Go back and watch it. It was bad. I had everything set up. I had my phone for Toy Cam. I had the laptop and everything set on me with the webcam. And my internet went, oh, this is too much. No.
Oh, the video for Combat Creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Good time.
Tried.
So, gentlemen, I am gonna dip out. It is getting late. Like I said, I've got to be up super.
Yeah, man. We have been streaming for like 3 hours, dude. 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's like a family length video.
Yeah, all right. Get your titties sucked. See you guys next Friday.
Well,
Oh yeah,
get
too
your
sweet
shirts.
that shit.
Go pick up your shirts.
Get your
Matt.
fucking shirts.
You got that?
I'll have mine
Christmas
next
money?
week.
Go buy some toys.
No, shirts, merch.
Shirts, merchandise.
Buy both.
Yeah, go buy
Shirts
my
and-
merch
Sign
too.
up to Patreon.
Go buy Toy merch, by the way.
There's a
Get some
Wenzilla
merch.
shirt on there. There's
There is.
Wenzilla merch.
There is. There's some Amarak shit too, isn't there?
I think so. I think you're working
There's
on
a
it.
Barbados shirt.
There is, yeah. There's Barbados, which is a World Makers Consortium company. So if you guys have that in your world,
Gonna get that.
we gotta get some beer shirts on there too.
I've been working on it. I didn't like the original thought that I had, so I didn't put it up. But I'm gonna do one eventually. Actually, I plan on putting up in probably throughout January and February, probably like 13 more.
Holy shit.
Shirts.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Why are you still
All right,
here?
well, yeah. I want to thank everyone. Yeah, no doubt. I want to thank everyone for coming out for the marathon tonight, and all you guys for popping on here and chatting with us about everything. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. This is like almost a half day at work what we just did. So I'm gonna have to go check.
Wow, you guys been on that long?
Yeah, we've been on
About 3 hours, bro.
Yeah, you know. So this is
donuts.
I do not care.
Oh, that's cute, Zillow.
Thanks.
You got that
That's what
up-
you say about all my photos lately too, man. I don't know what the hidden message is, but
well, all your photos are fucking been cute lately. They've all been fucking.
I don't like that. I
They've
don't
all
know if I
been
like that.
either an egg attack or some guy making out with a fucking dagger. Like
He's blowing the flute to summon the Dragon Zord, dude. What the fuck are you talking
It doesn't look like he's blowing
no. It looks like he's making out with the goddamn thing.
Or he just got done. He's like looking down at it, you know?
Yeah, he definitely just got done with something.
And he's probably looking at it. He's done. But take us out of here, Wes. We've been on this.
I already said it. Get your goddamn titties sucked.